chat for you guys.
How do I pull up the chat?
Chat.
Just kind of.
Yeah, I mean,
The
Neb,
chat
you've been in it, Neb. You know it's just like a
Fuck!
YouTube comment
Oh,
section.
fuck. I hid the menus. How do I bring them back?
Oh,
Shit.
there should just be a little arrow off to the right. It's like a double down arrow.
Yeah, I pushed that and it disappeared.
Try and scroll up.
Uh,
If not, like worst case scenario, just reload your page.
okay. Please.
Please. And gone. I should make sure this is working.
Ah, shit, he's back.
Ah, fuck. Alright, everybody stop talking about him.
Okay, so it kicked me out.
Yeah, I mean, when you reload it, you have to come back in.
Shit. I have to. Oh, God.
Come watch us talk about anime.
Annie Moose.
Anemu.
I like Annie Mooses. It's like we're in Canada or something.
Nobody's connected. It's still gone. Oh, wait, it's back.
I hunt.
That was probably the most common sentence I've ever written in my life. Topics crew talk about anime on this live rendition of episode 4. Sounds horrible.
Okay, so.
Alright.
Oh, wait, I can just click the link from Twitter.
Have to wait for Neb.
Well, yeah, or you could click the link that I put in the chat.
Except I refresh, so it's gone.
Oh. Whose problem?
Oh, look at
whose
you.
fault is that?
Oh my god, it's like doubling up on audio right now. Shit. Alright, there we go.
Wow.
You're missing it. I posted it in the chat.
I know.
If you miss it now, then we got problems.
Then we got beef, my friend. We got beef, pork, and chicken.
Alright, leave all the comments. I am ready.
You guys are all ready? Are you babies ready now?
My bitch baby ass has been ready for days, son.
What the shit?
Ladies.
I think
Oh,
just went into the alternate
What
universe.
did you do, Nep?
okay, guys, don't click view all comments, because it just leaves you out of the video.
Yeah, I know that. I've known this forever.
I didn't.
You have to wait until the first comment is posted,
Shit.
because it's done.
How do you know the first comment is posted?
If
You know what? I would
show
just
up.
make it. I will be the first comment.
Alright, here we go. This is going to be a quality comment.
Alright.
You did it first.
Yeah, I did.
There we go.
The greatest comment of all time.
Okay. You guys ready? I want to start this show.
Yes, my body is Reggie. We're only an hour late.
I know, only an hour.
Only an hour. I'm only gonna be like dead tired at work.
Alright,
yeah.
you guys shut up so I can start the show. God damn it.
What time is it for you?
10.
He lives in
Pittsburgh,
Philadelphia.
So I'm the only one in a different time zone.
Yeah, you central time zone looking motherfucker.
Alright. What? I'm starting now. Hello, Internet. It is the month of August.
Let's do it again.
You son of a bitch!
It wasn't good enough for my taste.
The fact that we're on one track means that I actually have to start over again.
No, let's keep this. I'll show you how to start a podcast, Craig. It is Monday, August 19th, 2013, and you are listening to Malicious Underground Podcast X. That is a mouthful. Joining me is the host of this show, Gregory Blaney.
Now they know what date we started on, motherfucker!
Shh, that was the point. I'm letting out the secrets. I am your co-host, Alex O'Neill, and I'm bringing the Shazam.
Apparently Alex likes to take over.
I missed last month, man. I'm fucking ready. I'm ready to talk about animus.
The fact that he's actually enthusiastic this time
Yeah,
is
you
amazing.
should fucking take this with a grain of salt, you piece of shit. Joining us also is Mr. Nep. That's everybody's favorite Animu fan. What's up, Mr. Nep?
Alex is a usurper of the throne.
I am the throne. That means Greg sits on me.
That means I sit on Alex. That's
And also joining us now, full-time host, is the Sigma Omega. That's Justin Graffius.
He forced me to be here. This hostile takeover.
I mean, it's more like hostage takeover.
Well, see, my goal is to bring you in like Mr. Nepp, and then we combine you two, and then you become my minions.
And then Greg has violent sex with you.
So that's what that mark is on the back of my neck.
I just give you hickeys all night long.
Oh shit!
I just imagine you like sitting there suckling at their neck. It's just like. I just
What's
created
this?
the most.
What's this
What?
mosquito bite on me?
What's this? What's this bite on me? What's this thing hanging from my neck? All right, Greg.
It's a
I will
Greg
give you.
Speedo.
It's a great speedo. I will return control of the podcast to you.
Thank you, Alex, for that fantastic introduction.
You're very welcome, good sir.
Haha. Some house stuff. We are still planning to do the first movie podcast here soon. Someday. We're doing like I said last episode, the Evangelion movies. I believe we said that we're going to do the first two. So it will be about an hour.
Really?
Yeah.
2? You just want me to watch the second one. That's what
I
this
really,
is.
actually...
This is what this is actually all about.
That's actually kind of what it was about. I designed these so Alex was forced to watch the second one.
Fucking piece of shit looking mother. Anyway, continue.
So instead of like a 30-minute podcast, we'll just do like an hour-long one or an hour-and-a-half long one.
Also, I'm back, so this show is also going to be significantly better than the last, even if I mess up my words.
However, Alex has done a lot for this podcast in the last week or so.
Thank you.
To clean up.
Make this a better show. Stop bringing this Mr. Nepp over here bringing this show down. Fucking all his Nepp bullshit.
So
I love you, Mr. Nepp.
So this week we're going to try a few new things out. If you guys like them, please send us an email or tweet.
At Alfighter27. That's at. I'm just gonna plug everything that I am.
Or at Irrational Pod. I mean, you know.
You really are usurping the throne.
Hostile
being a
takeover, save us.
I'm excited to be back.
Yeah, so if you like the new setup, please tell us what you like, what you would like us to do, if anything you wanted to see changed. I mean, this podcast will always be evolving, so if you want to like a segment in the show that would be interesting, I mean, we're
always evolving, unlike the craft we talk about.
What the fuck, man?
Moe will always be Moe, and Yowie will always be awesome.
Oh my god!
I'm starting it here.
Wow. Every single anime fan is gone now.
Except all the ladies. They're the ones with the good
That's
taste.
the only
Watch
thing that matters.
all of that hot Yowie action.
Oh god.
But like I said, we're ever evolving, so we're always looking to see what the fans want.
They want more Yowie.
Alex wants more yaoi. Let's emphasize this.
So that means we're going to watch that.
So we're gonna watch Prince of Tennis.
Oh yeah.
Just all the
Yeah, that's
princesses.
that's the secret Yowie anime that everyone's watched.
Hey, we got to watch Free then. That new hot swimming anime.
Oh god, no! I will kill you all if you try and do
There's
that.
a new swim team anime for just guys.
Oh yeah.
Of just guys.
Oh my god,
I
this
will
sounds
kill
amazing.
all of you.
All right, so that's next month's anime. Fuck Full Metal Alchemist Part 2. Getting that Yowie going. Yeah.
So yeah, stay tuned for the Evangelion movie podcast chat.
Mini show
Thing.
whatever.
Yeah, that.
We should think of it like a good name for it.
Yeah, we'll come up with a name for it.
Come with some kind of Nep will come up with something and we'll be like, that's dumb. Then the next day we'll be like, that was the greatest idea ever.
Something like that.
Cool.
So yeah, let's get into the show proper now. Month of August, what have we been watching?
Greg, how about you go first?
I'll go first. That works.
You're the host. You know what? Greg, what have you been watching?
What have I been watching?
What have you been watching?
Well, I decided to sit down. I went to
Wow. You're always just standing up, so it's really weird for you.
Well, okay.
I'm so sorry. I'm on my A game tonight. It's never gonna stop.
Well, I was in the car on the way to Busch Gardens, and I was like, what can I watch to kill the 6.5-hour car ride while we're in fucking traffic?
Oh.
So I watched all of Girls Under Panzer while I was in the car.
Were you with your brother, or was he just judging you?
No, my brother was in another car with my aunt, and my mom was next to me, and
Was she judging you?
Nope. She knows that I watch anime, so she's just like, whatever.
Was she judging
I
you?
actually got her to watch one episode of Kids on the Slope. I wanted her to watch.
You know, I feel like that's something the older generation would appreciate a lot,
and she kind of liked it,
especially a generation that loves jazz.
Yeah. And if you didn't know what Girls Underpants are about, it's basically Nishizumi Miho goes to a
What'd you call me? I told you it's just begun.
I know. She ends up going to a new school after leaving her old one, and she wants to get away from tankery. Well, it happens that this school is actually starting tankery back up, and she ends up kind of being shanghai into it by the school council.
What's tankery, for my reference?
Tankery is the art of battling another school in tanks. It's just like having mock battles in tanks.
I'm sorry I asked. It sounds so ridiculous.
It's so good, though.
I bet.
And so basically, the school council manages to shanghai her in here, and you slowly learn that she was actually part of a family that does tankery, and then she pretty much becomes like the commander of her squad during these battles, and it's just like a Moe show about tanks and tank fighting. And
You're like, I like tanks.
So it's like it's a military otaku Moe show. Is what it is.
Is it tank porn?
Pretty much. And yeah, it's really good. I like it a lot. Another show that I've been watching is, I'm probably going to butcher this name because I'm not that good.
I'm looking at this name and I would butcher this name.
Nat, could you read it, or am I?
Koihime Muso.
Okay, yeah, that show.
Sounds wrong. I don't like it.
I don't. Hold on.
I own all 3 seasons.
Oh, well, that explains a lot. Well, anyways, I found this show.
That explains so much about you, Mr. Neff.
I kind of just found this show looking through Crunchyroll, and I was just like, oh, this sounds interesting. Because that's kind of what I do sometimes. I'm just like, I'm looking for a new show to watch, so I'll just choose a random show. And I started watching the first episode, the first season, and I was like, this show's actually really good.
What's it about?
It's about a girl named Koheen, or
Kyoyai?
Kano.
Yeah.
Kano.
And she's
Sounds wrong.
She's like the black-haired bandit hunter, or bandit killer. And she's just kind of traveling, and she ends up meeting this girl named Rin Rin, who she adopts as like a sister.
Because one Rin wasn't enough.
No, it wasn't. And then they just kind of travel along. There's really no major story to like the last 3 episodes.
There is something to note, though. It's like based off of the Romance of the Three Kingdoms story, so pretty much all the main characters are from that, and they're all girls.
Yeah, it's an ecchi.
Yeah, wait till you get to my list. It's just all yaoi. You look so upset.
No, and it's they meet other people along the way that come into their band and travel with them, and it's really interesting. I started watching the second season, which is called Shin Koimi Muso, and that one's really interesting as well. So far, I've gotten 6 episodes into that.
And the name just gets longer in season 3.
Yeah, then they add like something train to the end.
Yeah, Shin Koihime Muso Otome Tairan.
Yeah.
The fuck did you call me?
It just gets longer. I plan to watch that too, but I mean, I like it. It's a really neat show. It's fun to watch. It's really funny. The action's kind of dumb and stupid because they don't really kill anybody. They just kind of like fling their giant.
Because there's not enough violence in it. God, I'm an American.
That's not what I mean.
Sorry, that was my cynical side coming out.
I know. I mean, like, the fighting's just kind of cheesy, is what I'm getting at. It's not really, like, meant to be serious, if you like. And, I mean, it's just fun to watch them do stupid stuff the entire show. I mean, they have, like, these 3 bandits.
Sex and
there's actually one person in there that is a lesbian. Her name is So-So, and she
is so lesbian.
Yeah,
there's more than one.
Well, of course there's more than one, but the dominant one is So-So.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So lesbian.
Actually, it's Soosoo. That's actually how you...
Susu lesbian.
Well, except there's lines over the 2.
Suo lesbian. Keep going. Nep's like, man, this is a title palooza on this podcast.
And I mean, it's good. I can't wait to finish the second season and then get on to the third. Again, it's just entertainment for me right now until I find something new. I still plan to watch a few of the summer animes that are coming out. I just need to get into them. I've been backlogged a little bit. So, Why don't we go with Alex next? We'll just go in order.
No, let's go with Mr. Knapp. This is
Why?
Okay, so...
Mr. Knapp, this is a new segment that I'm starting on the show. I didn't tell Greg about this either. This is new to everyone. This is the Alex makes sure Mr. Knapp doesn't talk forever segment. So, you ready, Mr. Knapp? Is your body
Is there a
ready?
buzzer?
There should be. Let me get my cord. I'll make a buzzer. Just start with that.
Just download the air horn app and put it next to the mic. Brrr.
Okay. You ready, Mr. Knapp? Wow, he's just yawning. That's how ready he is. I just woke up. I need to yawn. Excuse me.
Yeah, my section was incredibly boring. Anyways.
It was fine. It was brief.
And
It was good. It was solid. We had a little bit of a discussion. I made fun of you. Sounds like an accomplishment. Nep,
Are you ready?
go.
Okay. So the first thing I saw was Horizon in the Middle of Nowhere 2, since I mentioned it was on the way for me.
What's it about?
It's complicated as fuck.
Okay. And what's it not about? Did you enjoy it?
I'm gonna continue on. Basically, the show is like adapting the middle part of a light novel series. So yeah, it's very confusing to understand. Like the first show, I was confused for about 4 episodes before I finally understood one thing, and just it's very confusing. But it's one of the it's a surprise hit for me last year when I watched it, and it's a continuation of it, and basically
to relate it to terms that I can understand. Is it like Final Fantasy 13 confusing, where it just hasn't given you all the information yet, or is it just like assuming you know everything about the characters going into it?
It pretty much assumes you know everything because it's adapting the middle part of a storyline.
Okay.
So yeah, it's just very confusing because of that.
Okay.
But yeah, this continues it, and it's just such a fantastic blend of pretty much everything. Like, you know, it's primarily an action show, but like, you know, it just has a good balance of drama and comedy and action sequences, and it's done really well. That's like one of my favorite anime for sure, because it's just they did it right basically, and it's I'm gonna gush too much if I keep going, but
You need to learn that
Get the buzzer out on you.
yeah, it's really well done, and there's very few anime that I really care about the soundtrack. This is one of them. In fact, I think there's like 2 or 3 anime in the entirety of what I've watched that I actually care about a soundtrack, and this is one of them.
That's surprising.
Yeah.
There's very little when it comes to music that I care about.
You and me are on like a different thing, because you and me like we'll get into an anime because of the soundtrack. Like that's why I was interested in Kids on the Slope, and you know, because of the pedigree of the developer. I'm saying developer, the producers, I should
Producer,
say. The team, the studio.
Yeah,
studio.
That works.
Sorry, I have to put everything in video game terms, or else I won't understand anything you guys are saying.
It's all right.
It's that's good. Because like you said, you didn't really get into jazz, so when we talked about Kids on the Slope, again, that was the last podcast I was on, so that's my only point of reference. So yeah, no, it's good. What kind of music is it? Would you say? Like, what is it? Like J-pop, J-rock?
Lots of techno style music, like lots of battle music.
I like that. So you said it's like primarily a battle anime. Is it like, because like FMA has fighting in it, but
is
not
it a
lot.
very shonen anime?
Well, I was gonna ask, is it like magic in the fighting? Is it like Dragon Ball Z where it's kind of magic, but they
That's still shonen.
Yeah.
That's the thing. That's what I like about it. It like pretty much blends pretty much anything you've seen in an action show. It's here somewhere.
So it's a little bit of magic powers or extra powers as well as fist fighting.
Yeah, magic powers, combat, mechs, magical girls, like pretty much anything combat related is here somewhere.
Interesting.
That sounds actually pretty cool. Do you think I'd like it or no?
I don't know. It depends on how quick you are to judge.
That depends. So
I always give myself 5 episodes in an anime before I actually judge it.
you know what? If I get the if I get the time, I'll see if I can give it a shot.
However, if it's a 12-episode anime series, and I put 5 episodes into it, I'm just going to finish it anyways.
There's only 7 episodes left. I might as well waste my time with this garbage. That's what Greg sounds like when he's judging anime. So you've also been watching Fantasita Doll.
I will take over now. Right, so I was watching Fantasista
Everybody's just
Doll.
Shanghaiing my role today.
Fantasita Doll. Continue.
Right, okay. So, yeah. This was something I was watching, part of the stream stuff that I listed last time. Like I mentioned last time, which you weren't there, that I was watching a whole bunch of different streams from Crunchyroll. One of them was Fantasista Doll. I didn't mention it because I was hesitant to even bring it up because, oh boy, that was like a really slow start for the show. Like right from the start, I kind of kept hoping it would get better because I didn't like it from the start. And
what was slow about it?
It's just boring.
Just like characters talking, nothing really happening, no plot being explained or introduced.
Okay, well, basically, Fantasista Doll is basically a combination of Angelic Layer and Cardcaptor Sakura.
Over my head, bro. Over my head.
So it's like card fighting mixed with...
Card fighting?
That's
like
what
Yu-Gi-Oh?
Card Capture Sakura is.
Yeah, basically, they got these
card
cards
fighting?
that they can bring to life, like, you know...
Okay, Yu-Gi-Oh!
Card
Got
fighting.
it. Got it.
And,
Card fighting enemies.
well, the thing is that they're just there for regular life stuff, like, you know, they bring the cards out and, like, you know, they get to eat, they, you know, they just wander around, you know.
So Yu-Gi-Oh! Meets Pokemon?
No, it's Cardcaptor Sakura meets Angelic Layer.
Let's talk with words that Alex's stupid non-anime brain can understand.
For everybody that doesn't know already, Alex doesn't really watch anime that much.
We introduced that in the first episode, alright? They should know their shit by now.
Just to reinforce that.
Card Cappuccino, what...
How have you not heard of Card Capture Sakura here for a second?
I'm trying to put it in things I can
Okay.
understand. Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Pokemon, like these are my reference points.
But how
one
have
of
you
the
not heard of
basics
Card
the
Capture Sakura?
basics.
Card Capture Sakura was an original Toonami show back in the day.
Yeah, because I watched absolutely everything on Toonami. Thanks, Greg.
I'm just saying.
All right. Nep,
I didn't even know what that is.
explain it to me in stupid people terms.
It's about a girl who has a deck of cards and she can bring them to life and everyone can do it. It's a regular activity people can do.
Do they have like a power, or is it the cards that come to life?
They all have a device that can just bring them to life.
Okay. See that we're getting somewhere now. So is it like Pokemon in that let me finish before you start giggling your little shitty over there. You is it like
The
Pokemon
anime version.
in that they like take them out sometime for like a stroll to feed them to hang out with them? Because that, you know, Brock, he's the Pokemon breeder, he's got to feed the Pokies.
Yeah, actually.
Okay. See? I wasn't that dumb. All right? And it's like Yu-Gi-Oh! In that they're using the cards. It's not like Yu-Gi-Oh! In that the cards are actually real monsters. But they're fighting with them in like a card-style system, right?
Yeah, they have card-style battles.
Okay.
kind of.
See? I'm not that dumb. Pokemon meets Yu-Gi-Oh! Alex
Sure.
meets learning. Jesus. These kids these days and their Cardo Espositos and whatnot.
And to summarize, basically, it's finally gotten to the point where I'm going to keep watching through it, and yeah, I am enjoying it enough to keep watching, but still it's pretty boring
Slow.
most of the time.
Is there like a lot of combat, or is it really just not?
I'm pretty sure there was a fight every episode, but that
You have high standards in that.
it's not really about the combat. You know, it's like it's a shoujo show, so you know that's not really the highlight.
Okay.
Next.
Yeah. I have some good questions here, Greg. I'm making Mr. Knapp's segment interesting. I'm making people giggle at home. They're going,
I hope that, or they're just looking at this podcast going, who the fuck is this guy and why is he on this show? All he references is Digimon, Pokemon, and Yu-Gi-Oh! What the fuck?
I haven't even said Digimon yet. To be fair, Nep, it's not about going faster. It's about quality content. You're welcome, Internet. Continue.
Right, and besides that, I saw the Trigun movie, which I've been meaning to for the longest time because
awesome.
Because I bought it.
Would you let him talk, you piece of shit? Sorry, Mister.
I'm sorry. I'm a horrible, horrible host.
That damn Greg Skeeto.
But yeah, the Trigun movie. This is like the first time I watched it, and it's more Trigun. It's they replaced pretty much everyone except for Vash, the voice actors.
The original voice actor for Trigun, who was that?
Johnny Young Bosch.
Of course.
Greg's favorite jerk-off, buddy. Jesus.
I just like hearing his name.
Johnny Young Bosch. I can cream to that name.
Now when we have the 3 episodes, he's gonna hear that and just hate everything.
Oh, right. So Trigun. Basically, it's a brand new adventure, and they spent a lot of the movie like developing this new villain and new tag-along for Vash, basically.
Cool.
But
I'm a fan of Trigun, so I would probably dig this.
Yeah, pretty much for fans of Trigun, you should watch it. But newcomers should definitely not, because it just kind of assumes you're already a fan. So, yeah. And if you are not a fan of, or if you have not watched Trigun before listening to this, why?
Right? I love Trigun. Greg's a little salty on the ending, but I'm a big fan.
It's one of the basics of the basics. Like, it's a good quality anime that should be watched, and then move on to this movie, which was enjoyable for Trigun fans, and people who aren't would probably be lost.
Mm-hmm.
But
that's fair.
But yeah, that's pretty much it. And then after that, I watched Haganai, and oh boy, right. So Haganai is I mentioned this before because I talked about the manga before, and I also read the manga.
Wait. The manga, is it a show?
Yeah. You're not Justin. Don't you start.
that was for Justin. He's losing it right now. That was for you, buddy.
God. Oh, fucking shit.
Welcome to hell, Nap.
God damn it.
Welcome to hell, motherfucker.
I can still rely on you, right, Greg?
Hopefully. I don't know. I don't know anymore. They're taking over. I just got up and fucking left.
Okay, good. I can start. Okay, so I didn't mean it that way.
Oh, good. You're gone?
Okay, so Haganai is basically this show about a guy who kind of looks like this tough-looking guy that looks like, he looks like a bully because, he's got the eyes for it, and, he's got, like, bleach hair, which in Japan it means, like, if you bleach your hair in Japan, bleach hair, blue eyes, that pretty much means like you're like a rebel, and he that's his natural hair color, so people think he is one just by default, and people stay away from him, so he has like no friends. Literally, that's like the whole point of the show, that he has no friends, and he meets this girl named Yozora, and together they try and form a club. Well, they don't try, they actually do form a club about making friends. Like, that's the whole premise of the show. So you got this group of people who hang out together, who and have fun, and they're looking for friends, and logic where. But anyway, yeah, this is a horrible show.
Oh, I'm glad I came in on that part. Oh, this show is fucking garbage. Oh. Why is it horrible, Nap?
Because they basically added fan service that didn't exist.
That's
They
not a
basically-
bad thing.
They changed the characterization for characters, so some characters are way more one-dimensional than they used to be. Like, just basically the manga, like, you know, it basically gives more life to the characters. You know, it has the pacing and everything, and just I have an issue with the anime. Like, I basically gave it my last shot type thing that I do with shows. Like, basically, when I'm like on my last nerve with a show, I watch it at 1.5 speed, and if I can't watch it like that, then I'm done with the show. Like, it's one of the shows that I would never mention I watch. I will hate it forever. It's just garbage. I don't like it one little bit.
Maybe you shouldn't watch it at 1.5 speed. Maybe that's making it actually worse.
No, it's because I don't want to waste my time with it.
Oh,
Jeez, Nep.
Damn.
But
Well, I was gonna say I have the perfect anime for you on my list then if you like 1.5 speed, which I will talk about.
Is it a yaoi? Because I can only 0.5 speed that shit.
Yes, it is.
I don't have enough time to jerk it otherwise.
I gotta put it in slow-mo for this shit.
I jerk it real slow, so.
By 20 minutes. I'm just so wet. What am I doing with my life?
I'm doing everything right.
you guys.
Neb, do you hate yaoi because it makes you sexually uncomfortable?
Do you really want the answer to that?
Or he loves yaoi. That's the secret. Hey man, nothing wrong with some really hardcore man-on-man love. I can say that without laughing.
The way that you made that sound was just very homoerotic.
I mean, all right. I'll get into it later.
It's just gonna be a fucking mystery now. People are gonna be like, "What the fuck?"
I'll get into it later. I will talk about it.
This is fucking fantastic. What are you talking about?
This is too early in the morning.
It's fucking 10:36 p.m. at night. Whatever. I'm sorry, 9:36 p.m. at night. I'm accounting for your time. Continue, Mr. Knight.
Right. So, like, in the history of anime that I've watched, there's like been 2 or 3 shows that have failed the 1.5 test. Like, basically, this almost failed it as well. I almost completely regretted my purchase ever. But yeah, I am staying away from this anime because there's a second season. I would definitely not be purchasing it.
So, but you got through the first season at 1.5?
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah. So besides that, the last thing I've watched is Sasameki Koto, which is basically a slice of life Yuri anime that
it's not yaoi. Damn.
basically Crunchyroll is going to be taking this down starting at the end of this month. So I am watching through it right now before it goes away. So. Yeah, if anyone wants like an introductory level Yuri anime, this is actually something to watch because it's just it's a really good heartwarming series. You know, it's really low key. It's just very emotional. Like the characters are like charming. You know, it's a good show. Like
this is the one you were tweeting about, right? Earlier today?
Yep.
Okay. So this is a bit of an aside. I'm sorry, Mr. Nip. How do you grab your screenshots?
Full screen the video and push print screen.
So you're watching on your computer?
Yep.
Okay. I was just curious.
Yeah.
Continue, Nip.
Yeah, so basically the show, it basically revolves around a girl named Sumika who is like this tall girl who wears glasses who is actually really good at martial arts. And she has a complex about not being cute because her friend is called Kazuma, and basically Kazuma, she likes cute girls. That's her whole thing, and you know she doesn't see either of her friends that way. So Sumika has like this complex about it, and you know it's a good drama story. Yeah, I'm not gonna get too much into it. It's a good introductory level story.
What makes it so approachable? That's my question.
There's no fan service.
That is a plus.
It's just a low-key story about a girl in love, basically, and it just happens to be another girl. So it's not really the.
So is this a slice of life anime?
Yeah.
Okay, that's all I need to know.
Craig's like, downloading now.
Not necessarily. I just to narrow it down. It's a slice of life anime. It's a Yuri slice of life anime.
Yeah, you were tweeting. Looks like they were in school for the most part. The pictures you were uploading. So.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
But yeah, it's very disappointing that it's going to be going away at the end of this month, and it's never going to get a second season because it actually sold really badly in Japan. So yeah, this is going to be like the last chance for people to legally watch this show. After that, it's all torrenting pretty much.
Yep.
So yeah, that's pretty much it.
Cool. Justin, I'm gonna go last, Greg, because I have Phantom on my list.
Okay, yeah.
So, Justin.
All right. Well, most of the stuff that's on my list was talked about last month.
That's
so
true.
Naruto.
Justin,
Yeah.
I wasn't here
What?
last month. How do you feel about Naruto's Shippuden?
Shippuden.
Shippuden.
We're gonna ship things on the Shippuden.
Shippuden.
It's like pudding.
Pudding.
Because it isn't.
Hashtag it's like late, but it is.
What's going on now in the anime is really badass.
Are you
Madara versus.
You're watching the sub, right? You're caught up with Japan, right? I'm guessing.
Yeah, I'm all caught up.
Okay, I know what's happening with in the Japanese. I've been watching the dub because I like the dub. And I'm
Okay, I wasn't gonna say
Believe it!
anything if you.
Yeah.
Believe it! I was just making fun of you because you said I like the dub, so I said believe it.
I know.
But
Believe it, bitch.
You took a second there to realize that.
That should be a title. Believe it, bitch. Yeah, no, they're at the Madara part, which is awesome.
Yeah, Madara versus the 5 Kage, and then Naruto's
cool.
facing off against Tobi and the Jinchurikis right now, which is really badass.
Yeah. They're catching up, man. Holy shit.
Uh,
With the manga.
Oh yeah, they're almost there. They're about I don't even know how many chapters they're on now.
Yeah.
Compared.
I mean, they're in the same general plot line of the war. So yeah, shit's getting real on the show, to say the least.
Well then, next anime, Card Fight Vanguard Link Joker.
What?
Basically, what this show is, it's another card fighting anime,
Okay,
except better.
is it like Yu-Gi-Oh?
It's
But better.
like Yu-Gi-Oh, but better.
Really?
That's what he explained it.
Yeah, that's
Nep
You're
is drawing
so
a penis
mature.
in the dock, and I'm supposed to be the fucking child of the group.
look at this mature guy.
So it's better than you. How is it better than Yu-Gi-Oh?
Well, for one, you actually don't know who's going to win and lose each time they have a match. Like, the main character actually loses.
Yo, Yugi lost some matches. Let's be real, bitches.
Okay, well, how many? Like 2? Cause...
Yeah, no, just about 2.
Maybe 3.
Okay, well, the main
Total
character
over.
lost at least, like, 10 by now.
Jesus. This guy's
Yeah,
sick.
it's... Everybody is actually not that... Like, there's, like, maybe 1 or 2 people that don't lose very often in the show, but
Oh yeah, Kaiba.
it's very good because you never know what's going to happen.
No.
Kaiba loses all the fucking time.
I know Kaiba's a piece of shit. He doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. I have to save my brother. Got it. That
Loses the
fucking
match.
that dub is so bad.
It's the best thing ever, though.
So bad. I love that it's so bad. We should do that and like force everyone to watch it dubbed so we can just make fun of it for the
Just one of the
discussion.
4 kids dubs.
Yeah.
Oh
Just
my
one of the
god.
fucking shitty 4 kids. Dubs.
Horrible.
They're all horrible.
There's so many to choose from.
I'm Jimmy because I talk like this, eh?
I'm from New York.
I'm from New York, Japan. What the fuck you talking about, bitch?
I cook pizzas in my pizza shop.
It's like Jimmy, shut the fuck up! This is me having an emotional moment, still talking like I'm from New York. Forget about it.
Like,
it's just like,
and then Yugi's just like looking up, like, who the fuck are you, and how did you
Yugi's
fall?
all like, I am Yugi, yummy booby.
I am the Pharaoh of Egypt.
I am the Pharaoh. I've taken over this little boy's body.
And then when I'm not the Pharaoh, I talk like this.
I talk like I'm on drugs. It's like Mickey Mouse just fucking jumped in the room.
Also, the fact that the Pharaoh is taking over a child's body.
Oh my god.
My penis got so much smaller.
Damn, Yugi! We need some Viagra in this bitch.
He looks at Kaiba. No, he looks at Jimmy. He's like, Jimmy, let's make this so yaoi right now.
Joey.
Wait,
Jimmy.
You. Oh god, they were making somebody up. I didn't know you were messing up.
Jimmy, I'm going to fuck you.
Joey.
Joey, I talk like this. Fuck me in the asshole. And that's Yu-Gi-Oh!
And then it's just, what's her face talking about friendship for 18
Like,
episodes.
I made these fucking cutout dolls because I love you. Oh, God.
Bitch, get in the room.
Even Joey's like, good fucking lord, woman. Just shut up about the fucking cutout dolls.
And the friendship shit. Oh my god.
It's like they're holding hands because I love you. You don't have any. You don't have any real friends.
Have you ever been pushed off a cliff? Hey, you want to try playing this card game? I have no clue what you're doing.
Well, you put the fucking card in sideways and then you tap it from that. Get the fuck out.
And then Kaiba just shows up randomly. I stole your cards.
Kaiba's little brother gets turned to stone. What the fuck is happening? And that was probably the single greatest discussion about Yu-Gi-Oh! On the internet.
That pretty much just sums up what that show is. And then there's what's-his-face that also happens to be the, like, evil...
Oh, like the fucking white-haired kid?
Yeah, the guy that has daddy issues.
Yo, daddy issues out the arse, my friend. Jesus.
I will kill Yugi one day, but today is not that
Right
day.
now, I'm possessed by a spirit in an eyeball. Like, what the fuck, guys?
Anyways, back to Justin.
All right, no. Let's take Japan and Egypt. Done.
We know nothing about one place, but we totally know everything about the other, and smash them together.
So we're gonna duel on motorcycles, right?
Card games on motorcycles.
That was for you guys. You know I'm not into that, but
Holy shit, that was fantastic.
so Justin.
So back to the better card game.
So is it better than all of that combined? Because right now all of that's sounding really good.
Well, that's our awesome version of the
Okay.
show. So now if we could actually do that, like do our own abridged series, then we got the best show ever.
Oh, what the fuck are you talking about?
The Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge series, where they already make these references.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Which I need to show Alex, because he'll laugh his ass
You already
off.
showed it to me. You know I can't do a bridge series. Sorry.
But yeah, again, this is better. All you have to do, Alex, is check out like the first 2 episodes, and you'll learn about the card game. That's how
I'll
good
learn
they
about the
teach
heart
you.
of the cards.
Wait. The card has a heart? I don't know if I want to be fondling that. This actually sounds cool. Because I was a big fan of Yu-Gi-Oh! You know, when I was stupid and young. So, if this is better, then maybe I will enjoy it in my adult life.
Yeah, the concept is a little bit better on how it's played and all that stuff. It's more strategic than all the others.
What's the concept, if you can briefly explain it?
You first...
If you can't briefly explain it, it's fine.
Yeah, I was going to say it's kind of hard. Basically, the main focus is you have one card in the center, which is your Vanguard. And that card is pretty much like your avatar in a way. That's the one that takes actually all your damage and does probably the most damage that if you set up your deck correctly. And your objective is to make your person either deck out or get 6 damage. And,
Deck out.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
What?
When you don't have any. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I've never heard of it referred to as deck out.
When you
Run out
can't
of
draw any
cards.
more cards from your deck.
Yeah, no one's ever. Fuck you guys, alright? You guys are assholes. And I thought I was a dick. Oh my god! Yeah, Nep, I'm ignorant. Get over it. I don't watch the animes.
That's not even an anime thing. That's a card thing.
Yeah, well, no one's ever said deck out. Last time I played a card game was when I was 8. You think people were saying deck out when I was 8? Because they weren't. I tell you what. Greg just can't fucking handle this. He's judging me right now.
Yeah,
Continue, Justin.
I was gonna say that's pretty much it. This is the Link Joker's the 3rd season. The newest episode came out today, and still really, really good with the story that they're going with.
Is there any dub of it at all?
They're doing the dub now, but I probably recommend sub because knowing the dub of a card game show, it's probably done by 4 kids or something, so it's gonna be suck.
Mm-hmm.
Is 4 kids still alive? I thought they died.
Yeah, me too.
Or whatever the 4 kids
maybe
is now.
Maybe I'm just wishing they died.
No,
yeah, whatever the 4 kids is. So.
All right, cool. It actually sounds pretty cool.
So next one, again, another one I watched last month, Yamishibai Japanese Ghost Stories. Again, 5 minutes each. Since you weren't here or didn't hear it, Alex, each episode's 5 minutes long, and they tell you about a ghost story from Japan, and they are creepy as hell. Like, I don't know how they do it in the 5 minutes, but you're so immature.
What?
Yes, I am. I am.
What did Nep do?
Nothing.
All right.
He put Japanese horror stories.
God damn it.
Hey, I'm not letting you get away with it.
Nep. Wow. I was gonna say, is it kind of like Goosebumps? That's my.
Sorta. It's somehow they keep it scary. It's like the style, like I said last month. The style of the art is like that paper style from Madoka Magica, like when they're in the labyrinth and stuff.
Oh, okay.
So it's like that.
Okay.
And it's all like dark looking. And,
yeah, I got you.
but yeah, I recommend checking it out. It's 5 minutes again. Keep watching them. Can check all those crazy stories out. Every time I watch one, I get freaked the fuck out.
Cool. That actually sounds pretty cool. Continue.
Yeah. Another one watched last time. Hyperdimension Neptunia. Still amazing. Newest episode. My Lady Blackheart gets tortured by her lovely stalker, and.
Nep's all like, let me stroke my boner real quick.
What the fuck, man? You were so...
This is great. This is fucking fantastic.
So, all right. If they... you guys are going to get so angry. If... I understand Hyperdimension Neptunia. I get it. Like, you guys are weird and you like that. You're not weird, but you like that. You're weird to me, all right? I'm judging.
Love you too, Alex.
Yeah. So... Where's the Yowie version, guys? Come on.
I told you it's free.
Let's you know.
Hyperdimensia Mantunia.
Yeah, you know I speak in my language now. Yeah. Then I'll make Net play it. Just fucking hold a gun to his back.
Jesus Christ.
It's just, you know, we're gonna make the most offensively sexist thing, right? In my opinion. Again, this is my very, you know, different opinion, okay? And we're not gonna make the one with all the hot dudes in it. What the fuck, guys? Let's get our dick on, huh? Get some of those banana hammock shots.
Alex is such a mystical persuasion right now.
You know what? I like representing both genders that enjoy both types of sexualization. Excuse me.
Because he's one of those people.
One of those activist motherfuckers. I just want some banana hammock action in my anime, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Nep, create a list of banana hammock anime specifically for Alex.
Nep hates me so much.
Plenty of titles you can pick if you really want it.
You should
I was going to say, me and Alex, we'll watch free and we'll talk about it nonstop just to annoy Nep. How's that sound?
Nep's just judging me. You know what? I'm gonna judge you for liking your little Yuri. thing.
Hey, I say we could watch Free.
Yeah, dude. We should watch. Is that the swimming one?
Yeah.
Sounds good to me. It's men in tights.
Men in Speedos.
Get some of those hot shaved leg action. Shave the armpits too, because it makes it smooth.
Justin, please continue quickly.
Okay. The next one that I want people to watch so bad because I noticed on Crunchyroll that it kept going off the popular list, the popular section. It gets lower down on the simulcast page, and that's the Daybreak Illusion, which I talked about last month as well, which is probably still my favorite anime, new anime that's out now. For Alex, since you didn't hear it, again, it's a magical girls.
You don't have to completely...
No, I know. I was just going to say it's a magical girl anime that deals with the power of tarot cards. Each girl has a power of a tarot card, and it's so freaking cool.
Yeah, you talked about this last time, and I thought it was really interesting.
I want people to watch it because of the reasons I said. It feels like nobody's watching it, and it's so good. I'm loving it.
I'm loving it. Sorry.
May I take a second to talk about the reviews that are on Crunchyroll for shows? They're the most biased things.
Are they heinous?
Ever.
Are they horrible?
No, it's the fact that people were like, "This show is the best, 5 stars." They're not even critically judging the show. They're just like, "Fucking watch this show because it's awesome."
Ever looked at an iTunes review?
Yeah, no, they're also very biased.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna get that with any kind of entertainment media.
But when
fucking GameStop reviews are horrible.
I would like somebody to sit in the review section that's an actual reviewist and be like, "You guys are all fucking stupid. This is my review and it's 10 pages long of just something."
Nep, instead of typing things in the Google Docs so our listeners can't hear them, you can also say them out loud, saying Daybreak Illusion. Yeah, I want to watch that, and I will eventually. Instead of saying I'll get to it eventually.
Because that was a quick aside to Justin himself.
Yeah, well.
You can say it on the podcast.
This is a podcast, Nep. I'm breaking you out of your yaoi shell.
Okay, Alex, you're killing the joke.
Nope. It's still funny.
Whoa. Anyways, Justin, continue.
Then 3 newish animes that I added to my list. First, I'll talk about the easy one because it won't take long. Folktales from Japan.
I've heard about this. Isn't that weird show where they take multiple tales and stick them together in a show or something?
Wait, it's called Folktales from Japan, and they take folktales from Japan?
Yeah, no way, right?
I'm out.
Each episode takes 3 stories, and each with a different style. There's probably 6 total styles that they do over episodes. Mm-hmm. And again,
really weird.
I actually really enjoy it because I never ever get to hear these stories, and it's interesting to know where kind of the mythology comes from.
How long are the episodes?
25 minutes.
Okay.
Each story is maybe 5 minutes.
Hey, how true to the myth is it?
Oh, I think these are probably more accurate than other things since it's actually from Japan. They're actually probably going from what they actually know.
Have they done the one that's Dragon Ball Z is inspired by?
I don't know. I'm only on episode 11. I'm trying to catch up to the simulcast. I mean, there's 72 episodes, so I don't know how long it's going to take.
Holy shit!
That's a lot.
Yeah.
So, these things, are they adding are they just straight up telling you the myth, or are they trying to make it into a story?
It's like a mini story. They're showing the whole myth into a little story.
That sounds really dope.
Yeah, it sounds really interesting.
Yeah, it's really cool. As soon as I saw the name, I'm like, oh, I should check this out because I really want to know these folktales. And then there's so many, but you'll see some that are sort of the same. These old people see some guy in the woods and then bring him in, and they're the child and stuff like that. You'll see a lot of sort of the same stories, but it's still unique because they're definitely different.
Yeah, I mean, is it based on American stories or Japanese stories?
No, Japanese stories. I was actually going to mention one. You remember Okami?
Yes.
The city under the water?
Yes.
That's actually a real myth, and the folktales from Japan, it's funny because I was actually yelling because I'm like, Okami, you did it wrong. You did not do the myth right. But you know how you have to go on a whale to go under?
Yeah.
the actual story that they do in the show is a turtle. He goes down on a turtle, and he gets this kid gets a tour of this place. I don't want to spoil it because it's not the same as Okami, so it's not really.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, Okami is like that's what makes Okami really special to me. Is a lot of really interesting Japanese folklore, kind of mixed together.
Yeah.
In a really, really clever way.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I like Okami. Yeah, that makes it sound even better.
Yeah, I highly recommend it. 3 stories in each, so it keeps you kind of interested instead of having to see the same story for 25 minutes.
Let me say,
which I don't even know how they could drag that on for 25 minutes.
Nabashin came into the comment section to post card games on motorcycles, and then he posted, and I'm out. So, there you go.
I honestly hope he heard that entire conversation.
Oh, I'm sure he did.
And I'm pretty sure he's laughing his ass
Or he
off.
came in after I tweeted about it, or after you tweeted about it, and
yeah.
so.
Okay, well then, next one, which I know you'll like, Nep, and it's funny because you guys' reactions to Yamishibai last month and it being 5 minutes, I can top it with TQ.
Okay.
Oh,
He-
this.
Yeah.
What the fuck is this?
I've been meaning to catch up because I'm behind.
You could easily catch up. I watched them all in one day.
Yeah, I'll get to it.
Weird.
Yeah,
Maybe.
each episode is 2 minutes long. Let
Yeah.
that sink in.
Yeah.
2 minutes long. And they're going at like 10 times the normal speed. So they're talking like really fast like this, and they're talking like this and this and this. So they're getting these like weird, funny stories, and it's like the funniest thing ever. Like I never laughed so hard by watching something that's 2 minutes long ever. But the premise is tennis club.
Oh, tennis club, you got me. What's up?
Well, it's sort of based on a tennis club. Just one girl named Yuri who loves playing tennis,
Oh,
and
Yuri.
she has 3 senpais who sorta kind of want to learn tennis. So she kind of teaches them for one episode, and then they go on all sorts of weird. I can't even describe it. That's because it's all 2 minutes each. Like, unless you can describe it, Nep, because I can't.
2 minutes. 2 minutes.
It's kind of off the wall. They're not
Yeah, it's
not completely wacky. Just it's still kind of grounded.
Yeah, it's comedy really fast. Like, they make fun of everything. The second to newest episode, they make fun of Pokemon.
Seems
Oh
good.
my god.
Yeah, because one of them's like, oh, we're going to go buy an animal, or we're going to go hunt down some animals. And the one person,
Oh my god.
and then the one senpai, Kanae, yeah, like pulls out and has like the hat on and like has a Pokeball and's like, all right, where are we going? And then Yuri's like, what? This isn't and then it like bleeps out Pokey and then Mon. It's the greatest thing ever. Like 2 minutes each. You
Yeah,
can
it
easily
does
catch
that
up.
sometimes.
Well, that's because they probably don't have the right to say that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
but-
anime tend to either bleep out the audio or they change it to something else. Like McDonald's sometimes get changed to Whack Donald's. So yeah,
It sounds
anime
like
does that.
Nickelodeon television shows where
Yeah.
In-N-Out Burger is changed to Inside-Out Burger, and Apple computers are changed to paracomputers.
Yeah, that's all happens all the time in anime.
No, in
Or-
Nickelodeon shows.
Oh, yeah, that. Or, like, even in anime, like, Apple computers will be like a pineapple. Or, like, some other fruit.
I've seen stuff like that too.
Yeah.
But yeah, each episode's 2 minutes, so it's like, just watch it. It's not that much out of your people's way.
Okay.
What do you mean, you people?
Your people.
You people. He's talking about me specifically. Is this the last one?
Yeah, that's the last one. Saving, I guess, the best for last. I don't think it's the end-all be-all like most people say it is.
Thank you.
But it's still a great anime. I'm still really enjoying it. I just don't think it's the best thing.
This
everybody
one
thinks.
I
Thank
really want to
you.
watch, I'll say.
What, Attack on Titans?
Yeah.
Yeah, and since Craig said it, it's Attack on Titan.
Spoilers, Jesus.
Yeah.
I thought you already said it. I was looking at something.
No, I was getting my way around saying it's not the greatest, but yeah, Attack on Titan caught up because since I went to Otakon, might as well talk about that, I guess, too.
Yeah, you went to that, you piece of shit.
we can talk about that in the discussion segment if you want.
Okay. But since I was going to Otakon and automatically knew that there was going to be like 100 Attack on Titan cosplayers, I wanted to at least know who the characters were. So I wanted to start watching it, and then it just got its hooks in me, and I started watching it. And I'm really enjoying it. I mean,
the concept is really cool. Of like, hey, let's build these walls because these monsters are gonna kill us, and then nothing. Murder, Pacific Rim. They break through the wall.
You know, as soon as you said that, I was like, really, Pacific Rim? What?
You were there when he
pretty much what it is, but without the
I know. That's why.
robots.
Yeah, I mean it's cool. Like, how do they fight the Titans if they don't have giant robots?
They have a thing called maneuver gear, or 3D maneuver gear, which they have on their side, which shoot out like these hooks that they can.
Oh, so like
shoot.
the suction cup that.
Shut. I'm actually interested in this one. It's not Yaoi, but it's something.
Shut the fuck up! Let me do my reference. God damn it!
It's like what?
It's like the suction cup from episode 5 of Star Wars, where he strings around the AT-AT.
Oh yeah. The pulley rope or whatever it's
Yeah,
called.
that thing. That's
wire.
exactly yeah.
But minus the suction cup. But yeah, so they fire out the hooks, which hook into something, and then they go flying in a direction, whatever one they want. And then in order to take down Titans, the only way you can kill them is cutting the back of their neck. So they have to maneuver themselves, so they fly by and then use like these sword things that they have and cut like a big chunk out of their back of the neck, and then they'll just collapse.
Jesus. Why the
Yeah,
back of the neck?
this is a really dark
Cerebral
anime,
cortex.
actually.
What?
The spine.
Is that what it is?
It's
they could have their hearts there. I don't know.
They could, but it would make more sense because it's the thinnest part of your.
Yeah, but they're
neck
they're
and-
Titans. They're not people.
They
Titans
have they have no skin, so it makes sense.
Well, actually, most
I don't know
Titans
anything
do. There's
about
like
this.
only one or two that don't. Actually, there's one that doesn't have skin.
Cool.
But,
I
yeah.
really like the. I'm not going to ask you too many questions because I really like the idea of it. I want to get into it, but it sounds cool.
Yeah, it's really dark. It's crazy. I mean,
I don't know
I
how
could
much
say
more-
something that happens in the first episode, but
I'm sure it involves murder. And I
Oh,
don't know
it
how
does.
Much, I don't know how much dark anime I can take after watching all this Full Metal Alchemist. Honestly, it's just like it's so fucking depressing. Like, Jesus Christ, guys.
That's why it's so good.
I mean, it's good. It's handled well, but it's like, oh God, I'm really sad. That's all you've been watching, Justin?
yeah, that's everything.
All right. Now it's my turn. Greg.
It only took us 45 minutes to get here.
An hour and 6 minutes.
It's all good.
Hey, that was good. That was good stuff. We had fun. We talked about Yu-Gi-Oh. I made fun of Net because Yowie, and Judgment happened on both counts. I watched Full Metal Alchemist, obviously, for our discussion, which it's been so long since I watched that.
It's been about probably 2 years since I've touched that show, so it was nice to go back to it.
Yeah, it's been like longer than that. The last time I watched it was when they ran it all on Adult Swim.
Oh, I've watched it multiple times before.
And I've never seen every episode, like all of them. So it was nice to go through them back to back. But yeah, I watched. I started watching the Green Lantern the Green Lantern.
The Green Lanyard?
The Green Lanyard. That's pretty good.
Nobody knows it out.
That's pretty good. The Green Lantern animated series, which is the 3D animated series that they did on Cartoon Network. They got like immediately canceled. Just like Young Justice, which I'll get to in a second.
Shut down.
It's actually pretty good. It's not like most animated series that I've watched. Like, I mean, Nep's a big fan of the DC animated series as well.
Yep.
So he knows that, like the Batman and Superman, they all do. Batman doesn't, but they usually do the origin stories well. Superman definitely did. Justice League did that for Wonder Woman and John Jones, a.k.a. Martian Manhunter. But Green Lantern just jumps into it, and it's Hal Jordan's story as opposed to Jon Stewart's. And it's really good. It's like I don't really like 3D animation because I don't like how it looks for the most part. It's weird. The only times I've gotten into it is like Jimmy Neutron or whatever, like old cartoons. But Green Lantern animated series is really smooth. It works really well. Looks really good, surprisingly, and the voice acting is really good and really funny. And I like the premise of it.
That's probably in part because they didn't try to make them like photorealistic or something. Like they went for a cartoon style type.
Yeah, they did stylized then, which is good because doing like photorealistic 3D animation usually just looks really weird.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you guys see a lot of that with all the animus you watch.
Sure.
Nep, have you ever watched the GL animated series, the recent one?
No. No.
No.
I don't have cable.
Yeah,
so.
Were you interested in it at all?
I saw like the first couple minutes of it. It kind of, I don't know, sell me on it.
I mean, it's about the Red Lanterns, and I'm not
the best lanterns.
I'm not a huge comic book fan. I mean, I usually know I know some of the major plot lines in the DC universe and Marvel universe, but I don't know the Red Lantern story. And it's interesting. I'm like, it's basically, it starts off with Green Lantern and the big guy, the pig looking dude,
Kilowog,
thank you. They get kind of like abandoned outside of the Milky Way in kind of like this existential area around it that it's not important enough. It's not close enough for the Green Lantern Corps to have one lantern in each sector. So instead they have, a fewer amount of Green Lanterns kind of spaced throughout this huge chunk of space surrounding the Milky Way. And so there are less lanterns, and those lanterns are starting to get picked off by reported red lanterns, which is, I think that's hate. Is it rage, anger?
Rage.
It's rage.
Rage, okay. That's what I thought. And
yeah, you got two people that can fact check you.
Okay.
Especially when the Red Lanterns are my favorite corps, but that's for another thing.
And who's the the Red Lantern leader? That guy.
Atrocitus.
Atrocitus, yeah. It's been a while since I watched this last month, so he's got the dopest of names, I will say.
He's so badass.
Yeah. And so it's Hal and Kilowog kind of like stranded out there in that existential universe, and they have like this computer on this ship that's trying to repair it so it can get back to the Milky Way. So it's kind of them just trying to help the Green Lanterns in this area.
Is that the whole series or just an episode?
I mean, that's how it starts, but I think that's the plot of the series. I don't know.
I was gonna say, yeah, I think the Red Lanterns are the villains through
the Red Lanterns are the villains through the whole season. I know that. But they already met like Atrocity. I got like 7 episodes in. It's 25 episodes, I think.
Yeah, I don't remember.
And Atrocitus showed up, and Hal met him, and he got his ass whooped, and it was pretty good. Like it was again, the animation took me a shock, and it actually played around with some adult ideas. Like one of the Green Lanterns from like this small planet sacrificed himself to save all of the people on the planet. So it already got pretty dark. Some people died. And
do they have Chip?
Chip? I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so.
The chipmunk?
No.
Did you ever see a chipmunk?
Nope.
No, they don't have badge.
Nope. So, sorry.
What about the baseball head one?
Yes. He's the Red Lantern, the round one.
Yes.
Alex.
Well,
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
There's also a green one.
The MODOK looking motherfucker.
Yeah, not Green Lantern, but they have Zilla socks. God damn it.
Okay.
All my knowledge on comics.
Dude, man. It's good to have you as a reference.
The only problem is I don't remember who the other guy is, because I keep mixing his name up with the new Lantern in the comics.
Yeah. I don't know either. He's kind of like it's very. It plays it a lot very safe with the plot. Like there's the guy that's the bad guy, but he clearly doesn't want to be a bad guy, and there's Atrocitus who's awesome and has these reasons for doing bad things, but he's still a bad guy, so he's still got to go down. So, but it's cool. I enjoy it. If you're a Green Lantern fan, I'd say try and check it out. The animation is not. That was like the thing blocking me from getting into it, but I thought it was pretty good, surprisingly. I finished Young Justice season 2. Last time I was on the show, I talked about I started season 2. I finished it. Holy shit, am I angry that show got canceled.
Yeah, you and everyone else that saw it.
Oh my god, like, I mean, I guess I can spoil it at this point because it's never coming back.
No, don't you dare. I just barely ordered it. It's coming in Wednesday.
The moment at the end of the season is so good, and then it was like, oh god, they're not gonna see this plotline through. But Young Justice season 2 is so good. It's so good. It is like, it's my favorite. It's above Justice League for me now. For my favorite
Holy shit.
DC. Yeah, right? Like, I never thought that would happen. Because you're a Justice League fan, so you know that shit was fucking great.
Hell yeah.
And Young Justice, like, season 1 already got me above that. Season 2 just fucking sells it. It is so good. Because, like, season 2 is, it's 5 years in the future. So it's like, all right, Superboy's older, Miss Martian's older, everybody's older. Dick Grayson's now Nightwing, and we got Tim Drake Robin, we got Batgirl, we got Wonder Girl, you know, we got Beast Boy with a different origin story than the one that they used for Teen Titans because it's, you know, it's taking its own thing.
Did they even give him an origin story in
No.
Teen Titans?
No, they kind of passively
Sorta.
reference it, but they never go through it like they did with everybody else.
I love Teen Titans.
Teen Titan is great. So it's like a different type of Beast Boy, and I don't know, it's really fucking good. Like, all of the new sidekicks that they introduce are really good, and they're really well fleshed out, and they're really well voice acted.
Static Shock?
Yes, Static Shock shows up.
Yeah.
It's so great. I'm like, what? Virgil, oh fuck, it's Static Shock time. And fucking Long Shadow shows up. I'm like, what the fuck is this show anymore? It's awesome.
Wait,
It's so
Long
awesome.
Shadow from the Justice League episode?
Yes.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Right? Like, that show's nuts.
Wow.
Yeah, they go old school with this shit. It's awesome. Like, Nep, you have to watch it. I know you've got it ordered, but it's really good.
It's shipping.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what you think of it because I'm a huge fan. Like, if ever they bring a DC show back, I would take this over Teen Titans now. Although I love Teen Titans.
They technically did bring back
Yeah,
Teen
well,
Titans.
we don't talk about that.
Yeah, let's just not talk about
That's
that.
just not Teen Titans Go.
No.
Yeah, you don't talk about the Go.
You don't talk about the Go, exactly.
The Go, don't go.
The Go, don't go. Yeah, it's really fucking good. I watched. We did another Persona 4 the animation commentary.
That did happen. That was fun.
Yep, it was doing the Social Link episodes.
Oh, the four of
I find it
them?
a little boring.
I mean, that's more like kind of service to the game fans. I'm not gonna lie. I figured those would be your least interesting episodes. I really enjoyed them. Yeah, obviously because I'm a big fan of the game and the way
All three of you did. I was just kind of like,
The
this
way-
is really dumb.
It wasn't dumb.
How can you not love Loveline?
Yeah, right. Loveline is so great. You are set out to not like that show because Tony wants you to play that game so much.
Not my fault. I
I
just don't. I don't know. I don't even know anymore. Like, I don't know why I don't like it. That's the thing.
I think once you get through it and once you look at it like outside, like after you're done with it, once you're looking at it from the way from the perspective of like it's behind me and you're not looking at it like in the room when we're doing the commentaries, you'll be like, I actually really enjoyed that. I think that's where you're at. It's just like, you know, in the context of Tony pushing the game on you all the time and us doing the commentary, it's just it's a different way to watch that show for you. And that's when I think that might not be the case, but you know, I know you're at least you're starting to get into it at least. You're really wanting to pay attention more. So, you know, you may not like it consciously, but I think you're into it. You're committed.
He's Sundeta for it.
Fuck you now. The one
Just gotta wait for the
reference,
funny episodes.
the one reference that I get, and fuck you.
Asuka!
Asuka.
Wow.
It's we did the social link stuff, which again, like I said, service to the fans of the game. It's really clever the way they work that stuff in. So, and yeah, I watched Phantom. I got.
Yeah, unfortunately, you haven't finished it yet, but
Yeah.
I'm still interested to hear your thoughts as of now.
Yeah, I mean, like, the reason I wasn't on last month's show, I was way too busy last month to finish it. Like, I didn't have much time at all. I mean, if you listen to Irrational Passions podcast, that's irrationalpassions.com, where you can find Malicious Underground X and the Irrational Passions podcast.
Shameless plugs are okay.
Yeah, it's plug for this and that.
Said like a true commercial.
Goddamn right.
There's always commercials.
I mean, I was in San Francisco last month, and I was I was planning to have Mr. Greg Miller on the show. That's Irrational Passions podcast, episode 141. And I was in a lot of planning stages, and I started my video stuff. So
those would be Alex Talks.
Alex Talks
on YouTube.
YouTube.com/Irrational Passions, where you can watch the video version of this podcast right now. I was very busy, so I didn't get a chance to watch Phantom. I got about halfway through it, and yeah, I just I couldn't finish. So I'm like, guys, just do the show without me. I'm not going to finish anytime soon. And then this month, I was more focused on watching Full Metal than I was catching up on Phantom,
which is fine.
Yeah, and I did watch Full Metal, so I'm glad I got through that. So what do you guys think of Phantom? I know Greg likes it. I mean, it was his ideas. He was suggesting. I know you guys weren't hot on it. What were your problems with it?
How many hours did we discuss this?
12, right?
12 yeah, hours. we spent 3 weeks on this. Actually,
okay. How do we condense this without going overboard?
That's between you and Justin, not me. I like the show. I explained why I like the show, but
shit.
But you guys decided that.
So, all right, Justin, you go first. What didn't you like about Phantom?
I don't think that would be the best time for me to join because I kind of got kicked out, so I missed everything.
No, that's literally you missed nothing. What didn't you like about Phantom?
I just don't think there was much. I don't even know.
Can't even give a straight answer why they don't like it. Those motherfuckers.
Yeah, you're sitting over there saying, "I don't know why I don't like Persona 4." All right, so don't even. I can say where I'm at with it if that'll help you guys out.
Go for it.
So I'm not like I wasn't a huge fan of it to start off. I thought here's my thing with the beginning. I don't remember any of the characters' names.
Ein and Zwei.
Zwei?
No, Ein and.
Yeah, Ein and Zwei.
Yeah, Zwei. Okay, Ein.
1 and 2.
Yeah.
1 and 2.
And then Dry comes later, but that's
yeah. Is this a third one?
Oh my god, dude, you just spoiled.
It's all right. It's not like he's gonna finish the fucking show.
I will finish the show. So I liked how it started initially with picking up the guy, and I thought it was cool. Like I know what they were going for. They were going for this Bourne trilogy type thing, where it's like we are making the perfect soldier without a conscience, right? He's going to do what we say. He is a weapon and nothing more. Right? I mean, that was the idea, and they were seeding the doubts behind that already, like where I got to. I know where it's going to go with that because I watched the Bourne trilogy. I know what happens, guys. Maybe I don't. Maybe it doesn't go in the direction I think it will. But they were already doing a lot of implication of that. But it was a lot of they introduce him. And then there were 4 straight episodes of just kind of nothing happening, which was really frustrating in the beginning, for me at least, because it was just they're introducing this morality for these two characters, but there just is no morality, and it felt like they were saying the same thing over again to the viewer. Like these guys are weapons, they're killers, and then in the background we're seeing this stuff happen, people of power shifting the pawns, and they're controlling the situation. Where it's just telling me this over and over again over the course of the first 5 episodes.
Welcome to anime.
Yeah, and it's just a lot of shorter shows. I think it could have benefited from being a 13 episode instead of a 26. A lot of shorter shows get to that a bit quicker. And that's one of the reasons why I like Kids on the Slope a lot. And even Full Metal, and that's a 51 episode show. It introduces you understand Ed, Al, and kind of their entourage within the first 3 episodes, and that's a lot more characters over a lot faster of a time. And I just feel like Phantom was struggling with that, and then when it got into it, I was like I'm really into this, And then it would have its high points where I was like really super into it, and they were doing action movie shit, and they killed that one guy when he came out of the mall or whatever.
That was fantastic.
That was awesome. And then it would go down, and it was just like, they're kind of like setting up stuff right now. It's like, you know, they're showing all of these power characters of like, these are the guys that are in control, and I didn't give a shit about any of them. Like, I cared about Ein and Spy, right?
I like Claudia.
Claudia was okay. She was more interesting because she kept playing like mind games with Spy, and I was like, what the fuck's going on? But like the fucking really creepy old dude that was like molesting Ein every single chance he got. It's just like, let me get the oil in my hands. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I went over that last month.
It was just like, like they had to show that scene once for me to get it. But they showed it like 12 times. I'm like, I'm so done with this. This is so weird.
It's like twice.
Yeah, but it felt like more than that. I mean, it's because the scenes were both like 3 minutes long, and it's just like, let me rub the oil on your body. It was just like, Jesus Christ.
I figured that would be the one thing you had to complain about.
Yeah, and it was like, I get it. Again, I get it, but it felt like they were kind of like drilling it in my head over and over again. Which I know they weren't exactly doing. And like I said, I enjoyed the high points of it.
Did you said you had 16 episodes into it, correct?
Somewhere around there.
Have you gotten to the Tony the Stone part?
Yes, I
Okay.
just got
Those 2 episodes
really good.
are fucking fantastic.
I really like, again, those are the high points where it's like action is happening and he fucking killed this family, right?
That was,
and
like,
I was
honestly,
like,
between all of us, I think that was like the most fucked up thing in the entire show.
like I was watching, I'm like, he's going to do it. I was thinking, like, because, you know, I'm working off of I watched the Bourne series, and I'm like, he's going to fucking do it.
You have
He's
the
a
weirdest point of reference.
That is totally what this is playing off of, though.
Well, except it came before that, but whatever.
The Bourne series?
Yeah.
That's the early 90s.
Oh, it did? Yeah. Oh, I didn't know that.
The first Bourne movie came out in like 95.
Oh, I had no clue.
The second
I've
one
never
in
watched
late
any of
90s,
them.
and then the third
I just
one.
know that like the newest ones came out in the 2000s.
Oh no, Bourne Legacy is completely separate, and that was last year.
Oh, okay.
That's like 7 years after the final one, though.
Okay. I don't know.
I've
never
don't
watched
listen to me.
Yeah, pretty much that.
But yeah, like I knew what they were going for. I'm like, he's just gonna kill him. But again, it's like they took their sweet time with it, and it felt like they were trying to build suspense, but I felt like it kind of fell flat on its face. And that was a lot of times in the show. It's just like they're building suspense, but they went too far with that. They built it for too long, and it just fell on its face. And that's my opinion. And like, it's fine. Like I said, I really enjoyed the high points. And when the action was happening, I'm getting to see in context why Ein and Spy are like, you know, why they're like, I'm doing this because I have no choice. And they said that over and over and over and over again. And I'm like, I get it. You're doing this because you have no choice, blah, blah, blah. But like when they're in the moment and they're doing it and they're actually doing these fucked up things, it's way more powerful than just them saying, I have no choice. This is my life. I have no choice. So those high moments of the action are what really make that show something. And that's, you know, that's what's got me hooked. I want to see it through. Because of that.
You know, you're like complaining about very basic anime stuff.
Yeah, but like a lot of animes have done it better, in my opinion. You know, and maybe I'm being nitpicky, but
So Nep, what is your problem with the show then?
Nep, you watch.
If you
like,
think that Alex's is
you
big,
watch 1,000 anime a month, right? So you see all the you watch all the shitty anime and all the good anime, and it's all bleeding together for you.
More or less.
So, you know, me complaining about anime stuff for someone who watches like maybe 2 anime a month, tops, is like, you know, I'm watching stuff that I hand pick out because I'm interested in it.
at least he's doing better than last week. You guys didn't give me shit last week.
Hey, I said I would come in here. I'm going to give a critical analysis. Even if it's something I don't like or a genre I'm not into, I'm going to give you my thoughts, and I'm going to compose them well.
Thank you.
That's what a writer would do, and that's what I am. So, all right, Nep, what problems do you have, you little fucking...
Please tell us, because you did not specify very well last week. Last month, I should say.
Basically, the ending basically just kind of killed it for me.
Okay.
And really can't elaborate because he hasn't even gone there.
Yeah.
That's true, he hasn't.
I mean, I don't want you to spoil it for me, but...
However, I think out of all of us, Alex will appreciate the ending
Like,
a lot, just like I did.
I thought it was great up until then. I thought it was like really building up well. I thought the pacing was great. I thought the characters were great. I was enjoying myself. The characters I care about. ...
So just the one, just what's her, Carla? I don't even know.
You haven't even seen her yet.
Okay.
No, you haven't. And I know who he's talking about.
Okay. Justin, do you have any like non-spoiler related complaints with it?
No, I mean, I don't remember if I said it last month, but I think, thinking about it now, my favorite parts about that anime was the parts where they actually went on missions and went on to kill people.
Yeah.
Like, that concept of them staking out the mall in the beginning, at that episode, and then how they're going to kill the people and all that stuff. Those episodes were great. But then the other episodes in between where they're just talking about the same stuff we already hear, and we hear every episode, it's like, all right, we get that. Now can we get to the killing of, or the setup to kill these mobsters for the organization? And they don't do it. As soon as like that first part of the anime ends, that's kind of where it stops with that concept, except for with Tony Stone's in the first part.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like after Tony Stone is like that's when they stop that setup missions.
There's a lot of repetitiveness, at least in the early parts.
What did you think about that mall episode though? Like, did it throw you the fuck off when they just started talking normally?
I mean, like, I knew exactly what was happening. Like, I know, they're incognito. I got it. It was a weird thing though, because you had seen these characters out of that context for so long. Especially Ein. It was just weird. It threw me off like a little bit, but again, it threw me off with me at the same time knowing what was happening.
When I first saw that episode, back when I originally watched the show, because this is technically a rewatch for me, that threw me the fuck off. I was like, wait, did I fucking skip an episode or something? Am I missing context here? It just threw me off because they were talking normally. I'm like, is this a flashback? What the fuck?
And they when they jump to the mall mission, which is like...
And when they finally get there, I was like, oh!
Which is Spy's first mission that we see, and it's just like, I've been doing this for months, killing people, and I'm like, they jump time there, but they can't fucking jump time when it's inconvenient for the viewer to be watching just all the stuff that they've seen before. Fucking rubbing oil on that naked body.
Fan service.
I knew you were gonna stress that.
I mean,
I knew he was going to, but it's just fan service in general. That's what it was for.
Yeah, but I'm allowed to have problems with it.
Yeah, of course.
As a viewer, I have my opinion. And Nep just fucking laughs at me because he's an asshole. But
it's mostly just because, like, I'm just so used to this. Like, you're all complaining about like how they repeat stuff, but like, I've just seen so much that like I don't even see it anymore. Like, I can't really think of it from your point of view at all. Like, I'm not at that same viewpoint.
Well, that's why there's you and there's me. There's varying opinions on the show. It's good to have those separations of.
If we all just blended things together, then then we wouldn't be able to nitpick things out of the shows.
We wouldn't be able to judge these shows accurately, I think. And that's why it's good to have Neb. You watch way more anime than I do, and I watch way less. So it's good to have, those varying opinions.
But I'm glad you're liking the show as of so far.
Yeah, I like it for the most part.
You're not loving it, but you're liking it. And
did you... question.
Go ahead.
Did you... episode count. Did you get through the second story arc?
Is that the mobster one?
No, I mean, like, the whole anime is divided into 3 story arcs. Like, you just got the Inferno beginning, which was like the first 8 or so episodes.
Yeah.
And then it gets to the part where Reiji's living in an apartment. He meets this little girl, and that whole story arc is a second story arc.
Oh, I started that. I didn't finish it. No.
Okay, so you started second.
That gets really fucking good, by the way. Okay, and then the third one is going to confuse you a little bit, but
they do a time skip.
Yeah, they do a weird time skip.
I'm good with that stuff, so.
Yeah, and so yeah.
All right.
All right.
Do you have any questions for me, Greg?
Not really, because you're not done the whole episode or the whole series, and a lot of my questions are really about the very last bit of it, because that's where shit gets so real.
Yeah, we kind of like spent like an hour on the ending by itself on top of the regular episodes.
That's why I haven't actually listened to last month's episode yet. So.
Because like
I was gonna say most of that was my fault too with the other thing that I said.
The last 5 episodes or so of the series are really, really good and very intense, and I think I personally like them. I don't know about those guys, but
These bitches.
I was gonna say, Greg. No, I'm not gonna say what happens, but did you guys rewatch the ending to see what my point of view was?
oh no,
At all?
I did not.
I kind of forgot where I placed the anime, so I have to look for it.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, but yeah, I think that's fine. We'll keep going on
All right.
to the reading section.
All right, Nep, you have manga,
Mangoes.
mangoes. Nep at the show.
See, at
Okay.
least I'm not saying it this time.
You traitor! Oh my god, everyone betrayed me. Alright, so
Not
yeah.
everybody. Not everything.
Okay. So, right, the only Western thing I wanted to bring up was Supergirl Volume 2, because
So good. Sorry.
you read it?
Yeah, it's one of my comics I read monthly, and Supergirl is probably one of my favorite comics I'm reading.
Yeah, I recently I started with the New 52 Supergirl, and they released Volume 2, and holy crap, this is really good.
Mm-hmm.
I thought, she's just like a little sidekick of Superman. How much can we get out of the character? I was
No.
blown away. Yeah, she's really well done. The stories she gets are really interesting. Like this one was about the New 52 Siren. God damn it, Shriek. What was her name?
I'm trying to remember where, because I don't know where the volumes went, because I think I'm getting the Hell on Earth mixed up.
It does the arc of the Irish girl that Banshee.
Sayoban. Well, is her real name, I think. Sayoban.
Well, I was gonna go with the name people would recognize.
Yeah, Banshee.
Yeah. So yeah, you got this new version of Banshee, which is really cool because she's kind of just a neutral character who has some time with Supergirl and they become friends. And it's just the story was really good, and it's leading up to a return of the villain from Volume 1, and the story was good. I'm really interested in it. And yeah, I had completely the wrong idea about this. I am sorry, Supergirl. I did not know you were this awesome.
Supergirl is amazing.
But yeah, that's the end of the Western stuff. So now to the Japanese stuff.
So the real stuff. That's what I came here for.
I thought you were here for comics.
Whatever, man. I want the manja.
Okay.
The manga.
I think it's just a contest to see who can say it the worst now.
The mongoose. That one.
Manja.
Me.
All right. So
Superman.
So I also got the newest volume of Gantz, which is on volume 28, and it finally started the final story arc. Gantz is a long-running series. It's a really dark, violent series. This is a story where people die, and they die in really, really horrible ways.
Example.
It's really explicit.
Example.
Is it like mommy's head getting cut off, eaten off in Magica?
1,000 times more gruesome than that.
Head actually getting cut off.
Still more gruesome than that.
There's nothing here.
Shitting out all of your insides.
One of the early deaths from the show was there was this alien that had sharp claws, and he basically just kind of impaled a guy through the stomach and just ripped his half off and
His half? His top half?
ripped him in half, in sideways.
Oh.
And everything just falls out of his body when he does that. They
Yummy.
don't hold back in the gore.
Seems good.
Sounds good to me.
But yeah, it's finally starting the last story arc, and they've recently in Japan, they either are about to release the final chapter, or they already released it. I don't remember, but yeah, the story just barely ended in Japan, and you know the story in America is just barely starting the final story. So yeah, kind of behind the storyline. So I kind of try and avoid spoiler discussions because I don't want to spoil it for me. But yeah, it's good. Basically, it's still weird as all fuck. Like you know, like the series continues to surprise me with all the shit he does. Like the creator, he really is creative as all hell. Like just Jesus Christ. Like he creates all these.
He knows how to murder the shit out of people. All right.
Well, he creates all these enemies for the Gantz team, and basically, like they're just really creative how he does all this. Like, oh god, like this new one is basically a giant alien ship comes to Earth and drops all these little, smaller but still large as all fuck, little missile things that turns out to be an alien suit.
Wow.
Story of my life, man.
And then the way to kill these things is to blow up the alien suit out of them, and then actually kill the alien inside. And good luck doing that because they are as tall as skyscrapers, and they're just on a warpath to kill all of humanity, basically.
Destroy all humans, if I may.
Yeah, pretty much.
That sounds really unfortunate. Jesus.
And you know that's just like one set of enemies. He's done way more than that, and he just gets really creative. So yeah, it's just really great, really really just crazy, really violent, really sexual. It just
You lost me.
Okay, Shido, fine. Okay, I can move on to the next one.
What?
He made a
You
reference and nobody got.
Oh god damn it! I'm so
You're
alone.
talking to the fetus of the anime watcher.
I didn't even know what he was referencing, unfortunately.
Justin,
God.
anything? You get it?
He said Shino, so the first thing I thought of was Naruto.
No, Shido.
That was it. Oh, well, I
I
don't
have
know.
bugs crawling out of my butt.
Yeah.
That's my Naruto reference.
Okay, and next manga I read was Oremo Volume 3. That's the newest one. It's basically this manga. Usually I like Dark Horse's translations, like you know the way they did Gantz. You know, it's the same company. They both licensed both titles. You know,
Dark
they had
Horse is
Gantz
awesome.
Yeah, they're good.
I haven't read any of their translations, but I'm a fan of their original work.
But yeah, Oremo, they chose really weirdly how to translate this stuff. Like, you know, is this like a slice of life show or manga? God damn it!
It's a show.
Ned
All right.
sabotaged himself.
All right.
Fuck.
That's the end of our first segment. Thanks, Nep, for ruining everything.
Okay. Okay. I was doing so well.
Wah, wah, wah.
Okay, so Oremo is a manga. Slice of life.
No. I thought it was a show.
Basically,
I thought it was a show too. I'm gonna be real with you guys. You said it's a show, and then you were like, "It's a manga." And I'm like, "Which one is it? Is it a manga or a show?"
welcome to episode 3.
All right,
Oh my god.
let's talk about
Okay.
Phantom.
So, okay, so Oremo, basically it's just a regular. It's not even regular. It's a slice of life show that's not really regular, but the translator decided to like add curse words and like just decided to just kind of like adultify the language of the characters, and it's so off-putting for it. Like I don't understand why they did this. Like they even had a little blurb at the very end, like a Q&A between the fans and the translator, and like somebody even called him out on it, and he basically said like he believes this is the right way to translate. It's just what the fuck, and just
I'm listening, Nep. Don't worry.
I want to support the manga, but at the same time I don't want to support this translation, so I'm just torn right now. I don't know if I should keep reading it or not, because I do want to read it for what it is, but at the same time, like just this guy's methodology of how to do it is just ugh. So I don't know if I should keep reading. I might not.
He sounds like a twat. I'm not digging it.
And then I briefly mentioned I read the manga of Haganai, and yeah, I did, so that's already covered. Moving on.
Cool.
And so I also read, the last thing was, the last two things
You're speaking my
are...
language right here.
are
Pula
the-
pula.
Bala, 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 bala.
I did not know you seriously thought that was what it was.
Dude, so serious. I was so real. Yeah, it's Puella Magi, you stupid piece of shit.
I was just rolling with it. I had no idea.
Puella Magi.
Okay, so yeah, basically these are the spin-off mangas for the Madoka series. Basically, I'll start with the lesser interesting one, the Kazumi manga. Yeah, Puella Magi Kazumi Magica, The Innocent Malice. I don't know why it has a subtitle, but
Because sucks. Nep. The subtitle is, "Hey, this manga sucks. Suck this dick, motherfuckers. Suck this dick."
It's not that bad. It's just not.
Was it
really
reductive? Too much?
I don't know.
Is it? It's alright. It's not that bad. I'm sorry.
It's just not in the same vein as Madoka itself. Like, it's different. Like even in the little blurb at the end of the manga, they even said like how the mangaka, he doesn't know Madoka. He just basically asks for if this is okay or if this isn't, because he hasn't seen the series. I assume that's why he's asking those questions. But yeah, like, it's a totally different style. It's like basically a fan service magical girl show. Like, it's different. God damn it!
It's a show.
This is great.
Did you guys hear? Mr. Nepp said it's a show, so it must be official.
Can I listen to a drinking game now?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be a Malicious Underground drinking game.
Oh my god.
Oh, I need to get a drink. Damn it.
So basically, Kazumi is basically a girl who, like, the manga starts with her like locked up in.
Wait. That's what the manga starts with. What does the show start with?
God damn it! Oh my god.
We're never gonna get anywhere.
No,
So,
an hour and 45 minutes of recording. It's a show jokes.
It's a show, part 2.
welcome to episode 3.
Yep.
Okay, so anyway, basically she like gets locked up in this like trunk thing. She doesn't know who she is. She doesn't know what the hell is going on. And so basically it starts off with her not knowing who anyone is, and she like gets rescued by her friends. She doesn't even know they're her friends. And it turns out she already made her wish to become a magical girl, so she just kind of has to figure that out eventually. And that's the basic premise of it. Like, they add more characters as the volume goes on, and that's the basic premise, basically. But the other one is a lot more interesting because it like keeps a lot more true to the Madoka formula, basically, like the same kind of atmosphere. Because it's Puella Magi Oriko Magica.
Puella?
And basically, Oriko is not the main character. She's actually, I'm pretty sure she's a villain. Basically, this manga starts off with Oriko becoming a magical girl, and you basically have her talking to Kyubei saying how, hey, I know this other girl that you might be interested in turning into a magical girl. And then you shift on the focus.
And Kyubei's all like, fuck your shit, bitch!
He was interested.
Oh.
And basically,
like, Puella.
That's how
I
you
must
have your soul!
And then you basically shift focus to the main character named Yuma. She was actually... You basically see a witch kill both her parents, and she was about to be killed herself, but then Kyoko comes in and actually saves her. And you get this story about how Yuma basically just tags on with Kyoko because she's got nothing now. She doesn't have family. She doesn't have anything. So, basically it's Kyoko taking in this homeless girl now, and it's basically them bonding, basically having this, like, bond, and... It's a good story because this is actually a prequel to the Madoka series, so this happens all before. So everyone's still alive. Nobody's a magical girl yet, except for Mami and Kyoko.
Mommy!
Poor Mommy,
And-
man.
I love Mommy!
And Mami makes an appearance at the very end.
Oh, wait.
But
Would you stop interrupting that? I'm sorry, Nap.
It has really good dynamics. Like, you had the very beginning where Kyoko is trying really hard to make sure Yuma doesn't become a magical girl, but she ends up doing it anyway, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And basically it then like shifts focus to like Mami, where she's basically on this hunt for a magical girl that's been killing other magical girls. Like, she's just been flat out killing them, and she's trying to find out what's going on.
Is it the redhead girl? Spoilers.
Kyoko's the redhead.
I'm sorry, I don't remember anyone's names. You guys know
the Pokey advertisement.
Yeah, the Popey.
Pokey.
Pokemon. Got it.
Kyoko.
Yes.
Kyoko. Use words.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I'm really bad with names.
The other more interesting character in the show.
And basically, it turns out this magical girl killer is actually a follower of Oriko, basically, like kind of like a minion. But this girl, like, she is like apeshit crazy. She is very much a yandere. Like, she's just crazy.
What's that mean?
Yandere is somebody that's excessively nuts.
Okay.
Like, basically the closest English word would be bipolar. That's kind of close, but not quite. Like,
Not
she's
quite.
just crazy.
It's not like bipolar in that sometimes they're not crazy. It's more like all the time they are crazy, right?
Yeah, pretty much. They're more like on the border of being crazy at all times. So even when they're trying to act normal, they're still kind of crazy.
So kind of like a short fuse, you could say.
Yeah, kind of. Except instead of short fuse for anger, it's a short fuse for insanity.
Sweet. Sweat.
So yeah, you just got this girl who basically she completely loves Oriko and is doing this out of devotion, like. And Mami meets this girl before anything happens, and basically she gets sets off the moment Mami says how this girl really loves Oriko, and she just goes crazy, and she like starts attacking Mami, and that's how Volume 1 ends. And I want to keep reading. I want to see the next story.
Is there... So, Nep, I'm sure you've answered this before, but like I said, I'm forgetful sometimes. Is there like a good sequel show to Madoka Magic Pola?
Movie 3?
Movie 3, okay.
Which hasn't come out yet.
Is it not out yet?
No.
Okay,
2 is out now.
Like, do you want another dark magical girl story, or do you just want something
I want to know
different from the norm?
No, I want to know where that story goes specifically.
Huh? What story?
The Magic Puella.
Well,
Madoka Magi.
Movie 3's coming out.
Okay. Understood. That answers my question. And you said like the movie 1 and 2 are like retellings of the anime.
It's technically them just taking the TV footage and putting it in movie format.
That's what they do with a lot of
anime
movies. Is they take the original.
And movie 3 is all new stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the idea.
That sounds dope.
That's what they do with the Evangelion series. Is that they took a lot of stuff from the original one.
Yeah, but you told me they rewrote it.
They rewrote a bunch of stuff as well. Yes, they did.
Asuka!
That's only because though the original series needed to be rewritten in order to format their new storyline. So.
Yeah, Puella got it. Cool.
All right.
Sorry, Nap. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Well, I was pretty much done.
So, Justin, do you have anything to say?
Justin has nothing to say. Cool,
right.
Moving on.
I'm actually gonna,
fuck, man.
We've gone, I think, a little too long, so I'm going to cut this section out, the animated base games session.
Yeah, guys, everybody played Tales, and it's awesome still.
Yeah, that's what we did. So, we're going to take a break.
Wait.
You are cutting off Justin.
Justin,
Justin,
I clearly have something written in the Google Doc.
Comics.
You say comics.
If you want to talk about comics.
Yeah, it means everything. So I read comics all the time.
All right. Give me the top picks, because we are running. We're going.
Yeah, we're
going.
I mean, I was quick last month too, so it wasn't.
Okay,
That's what he was planning on.
I didn't know. All right. What the fuck do I know? Some Puella looking kid.
Pulla.
Stupid Polo. Stupid Polo. Heifer. Can we use that in replace of Heifer?
Oh my god.
But
my roommate is standing in the room judging me and Greg so hard right now.
He has no idea.
Oh no.
But comics, Trinity War again. Still amazing. Going through all 3 Justice League books. Another good one, Uncanny X-Men. Fantastic. Probably one of my favorite Actually, it is my favorite Marvel book right now.
Who's the X-Men this time around?
Well, in Uncanny X-Men, the leader is Cyclops, with Magic, Magneto.
Wait,
Um,
what? Magneto?
Yeah.
What?
Just check it out. It's on issue 10. I think the trade came out already. It has they get New Mutants, and one of them is probably one of my favorites. Her name's Tempest. She's really freaking cool. Me and Fluffy Nuts were talking about her too. So
She's new? Or
Yeah.
is she an existing?
nope, she's brand new for Uncanny X-Men. Her first appearance is actually the first issue.
What's her power?
She can create time bubbles.
What?
Yeah, she'll trap people in time bubbles, and then they're frozen.
Oh, okay.
And then in the newest issue, she does some more. She's learning how to control her powers a little bit more. So that's about it. We can get back to the animes.
Oh, okay. Guys, you can unmute your mics now.
We did.
can
Yeah,
hear
sorry.
My roommate he wanted me to judge him profusely, or him to judge me.
Oh, I thought he was giving you a circle jerk and you had him muted.
All right, like I said earlier, we're going to just skip the animated base games. That's something that we probably will end up
Nep.
cutting out.
His Tales of Grace is awesome. His Tales of Zillia English awesome.
I haven't played it in English.
Fuck you. All right, man. Moving on. Just kidding.
But like I said,
I love you, man.
I'm thinking about cutting this section just because we talk way too much already about everything already.
Well, here's my thing. We're gonna get real here. I do want Nep and Justin to be able to talk about their video games. We already obviously have an outlet for that.
yeah.
But the anime is more important,
Yes.
right? You guys agree?
Yep.
And
Okay, so
the shows are more important, and we had a really really good discussion about the shows this week. I think so.
It might be in here every once in a while, but
Yeah, I think if you guys have something you really want to talk about, that's
Yeah.
totally.
all right. So we're gonna take our first break, and we'll be right back.
All right, guys, we should stop recording right now.
yeah.
Yes, please.
Oh god, yeah. Yeah, I'm doing it right now.
Okay.
All right.
Just save it as like MupX4 Part 1 and then your name, so Greg knows which is who.
Yeah. To save time, guys, we're going to shorten the news stories a little bit.
Oh god, Nep is judging you so hard.
You're muted again.
Sorry.
Nep, if you can only choose 3 news stories for this month, that would
Nep's
be
like,
great.
no!
That was actually my reaction. You totally represented that perfectly.
You're welcome.
Please,
See, I'm
but
looking
please
out for
though,
you.
because we want to get to Full Metal.
Well, we can talk about all of them just briefer.
Okay, that works.
Is that fair,
Hopefully.
Nep? Like, my news story is really short. They're making a new Pokemons.
Mine's also short.
For most of them, I just wanted to say, here's the news, and then you ask stuff if you wanted to or not.
Okay, for the,
Like, I just-
the important ones we'll talk about then. Again, it doesn't
Yeah.
have to be short. We're doing the 2-track thing.
Like
Okay.
that was my intention from the start.
Like,
Okay.
but,
It's fine. I'm sorry.
baby,
I'm just trying.
By the way, I got some motherfucking blue Hawaiian punch. Just saying.
dude, I got some Budweiser.
Wait.
About to get
I don't have any
drunk.
beer.
I'm sorry.
I was gonna say I don't have any beer around me, so I had to go with the next best thing.
My roommate is drinking Baja Blast with vodka. He's gonna sit here and read comics because he has nothing better to do with his life.
Nice.
It's all right.
Don't have issues 15 and 16 though, which is upsetting. It's okay.
Well, there's a comic shop right down the road.
Dude,
so-
I ordered them.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, dude, I spent $150 online on comics.
Okay, let me just realign the news so that basically I could move the quick ones right up front, and the ones I was hoping you could start a discussion up lower.
Nep, as you can tell, I am the discussion king, and it may make things longer, but it makes things better.
Yes.
Yeah, you kind of like doubled my length.
Yeah, but it was good stuff, right?
Yeah, no.
You had
Yeah.
fun. I had fun. We made yaoi jokes.
I'm just trying to adjust the show. That's all.
So our discussion topic this week is going to be yaoi.
I hate you.
It's gay. I'm out. I know what it is.
Oh my god.
I'm out.
It's real. It doesn't have to be
out.
hentai.
Cheers, bitches. House rule is every time you out, you drink.
Okay, moving things around.
There is so much more rum in this glass than there is Coke right now.
There's a
Awesome.
lot too much vodka in this.
Does that taste good?
A little too much Svedka.
No,
it doesn't.
no, but I'm still gonna
some
drink it like a
regular
man.
No, it's just the opportunity to become intoxicated off of Baja is so unresistible.
How was the sex tonight?
There was no sex. You guys, there was tickling, and then you guys started shouting through the back like, "Ugh!"
It's because something's so
we
upset.
heard the tickling, and I'm like, what the fuck is happening in there?
Yeah, no sex. You guys.
It didn't have to be sex. It had to be sensual. We all like, voila, voila. That's for Greg.
And Justin.
But no, like,
No.
you guys just kept.
It was really funny.
We thought we heard people upstairs. I didn't know who was
No,
coming from
I
next
know there
door.
were people upstairs. People upstairs were doing stuff.
Oh yeah, that's why we were making noises.
People upstairs were butt fucking.
That's why we immediately started.
That's what you heard.
Kenzie, like, you were ridiculous.
Really?
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm 0 to 60 all the time. Baby.
Fucking Alex is
Okay,
on his
what
A
the
game
fuck
tonight.
was that?
His jokes are fucking
on my
fantastic.
A game. Fucking Joey.
On your A game, like Jamie Lee Curtis.
You know that's bro.
How many beers have you taken?
He's only drinking a little.
I'm not drunk at all. I'm fine right now. I'm just feeling it, man. Like I'm feeling good.
I haven't really been drinking that much at all.
Not
either.
feeling the alcohol. I'm just feeling good. You know?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Pisa, if I may.
I'm like the only one who doesn't
Pizza sounds
drink.
good.
Why am I so dull?
It's okay. Nep.
Because you need a drink.
It's cool not to drink.
God damn it!
I mean, I'm
Just
being
remember when you
entertained
come up
by it.
here,
I think
though,
it
that
goes.
we're gonna get shit faced, and then you're not just watch us.
Nep, you're old enough to drink, right? I mean,
Yeah, I'm older than all of y'all.
I know. I figured. I mean, what, Jesse? You're only what, 22?
23.
Nep in his blacked out van.
My what?
Your blacked out van. Your blacked out windows, so you just drive through elementary schools, like, through the hallways.
Hey, children, want to get in my van?
The ice cream truck music is just played.
I wish we were recording this.
Yeah, it's okay. It'll be on the video, so
Oh my god.
if nothing else, somebody will be able to watch it.
Oh my god.
Well, I like how we all just assume that you have a blacked out van. Nep is technically a child raper.
Let's not be the one with the
The creepy van.
The creepy van.
Do you really want to know?
Your van isn't long
What kind of
enough.
car do you drive, Nep? I'm curious.
He doesn't
I don't
drive.
have a car.
Do you take
I-
public?
That's even worse.
I
He
don't
just
have
goes
a.
into parks. Shut up.
Yeah, I don't have a driver's license.
Oh wow, really?
He actually rides a bike with a wagon attached to it.
God!
We love you, Nep. These jokes are for fun. We're laughing with you, not at you.
The wagon says free candy and like really shady paint on the side.
Holy shit!
I has free candy, kiddies. You guys want to start recording?
Sure.
Oh, let's do a sound check. Sound check. This is a microphone. Yelling into it is against the rules.
Alright, here's a test recording
want
to
me to
see how
test that
everything
rule?
sounds out now,
Do you?
just to see how everything's out right now.
Yes.
Whatever.
Yes. No. Yes. No. Yes. No.
No.
Yes. No. Yes.
No.
No.
No. Yes.
No.
Okay, I think it's so good. They muted themselves again.
I'm pretty sure that someone who works at the Spencer's next to my store
single?
listens to a podcast or radio show that has someone from the comedy button on it. I can't place
possibility.
I can't place voices to names, but every morning I go in and I'm like, that's that guy. And I tried to find out today.
Does he
The
listen
person
to the
already
Geek Box?
left. I don't know.
That's
I have
Ryan
no
Scott's
clue.
podcast.
It wasn't Ryan Scott, I can guarantee that.
I am
know
Ryan
I know
Scott.
Ryan
Brian-
Scott and Brian Altano. It wasn't them.
Was
Might
it,
have been
was
Max,
it Max?
Scoville.
Max?
Might have been.
Yeah. Because Scott Bromley's not on any other podcast. And
What does Max do?
Max is he's on the Detoid show sometimes, and he has a lot of YouTube shows.
Okay, because I heard something the other morning. I was like, that sounds like that guy from the Comedy Button. And then this morning, I was like, that's definitely that guy from the Comedy
And
Button.
then Anthony's on Rebel FM. So
Might have been Anthony.
okay. All right, you guys ready to record?
How are we gonna do
Yep.
this section real quick?
Okay. Basically, I got all the news sorted out, so basically the only one that I'm gonna talk
No,
even.
He means new releases.
Yeah, the new.
Just say it's time for new releases. So instead, we're just introduce it as we're going to do picks instead. I can do it if you want.
I can do it. Yeah.
I'll introduce the anime discussion stuff because
Yeah, I color coded mine, so they're easy to pick out.
All right. I color coded mine as well. So
Yeah.
um,
Okay. I just wanted to figure out what we were doing about that.
Justin, did you do a sound check?
Yep.
All right, cool. On 1, 5, 4, 3, 2, Juan.
Okay.
Penis indeed.
Penis indeed.
Juan Lopez.
Juan.
It could be Juan Hernandez if you're really feeling it.
Who is that?
I don't know. I just made him up.
I don't know either.
It's a Mexican last name.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, so the only one that would actually require any sort of explanation would be the last one. Everything else can be just read as is.
Okay. All right, you guys ready?
I kind of need to go to the restroom.
Yeah.
Done.
Let me get my giggles out.
Yeah. I'll be right back.
My roommate just walked in for that. He just shook his head.
You haven't heard him do Estefan yet. It's pretty fucking great.
I am Istvan.
Oh, you have to put on the headphones first.
It's so good.
I am Istvan. You're a pretty woman and I will fuck you.
It is a lot better through the headphones.
If you are a pretty woman, I will take you and I will fuck you.
Hot filter all up in here.
You know that I like the body and I will fuck it.
It's so good.
If you are a man, I will find your wife and I will fuck her.
Justin can't handle this shit.
It's so
If
funny.
your name is Justin, I will find you and I will fuck you. I am Esteban.
Love you, Justin.
How have I never heard that before?
Because he just fucking made it up. And it's so good.
I was like, Greg, what do you want me to do?
What do you want me to do? I will fuck you.
It's just the use of fuck and you in that sentence.
That's all he ever says. He's like,
I am Esteban. I like tacos and I will fuck them.
why are you going to fuck the tacos?
We should honestly make like a separate podcast with just crazy
Just
fucking,
Esteban. Yeah, it's called Roommates.
with just no.
I'm so down to
Just
record
fucking
roommates.
crazy voices.
We need a third host. We need to get Damien in on it. You mean Damien would just be redonkulous, though.
No, if we could just do a podcast though with like funny voices, it'd be fucking hilarious.
Or just whoever happens to be over here, because there's always someone.
There's always one of my friends.
It's true.
So you don't have any. Kenzie can't.
All my friends are dead.
This isn't-
Oh god, I realized when I got up that my ass hurts a lot.
This hurts a lot. I will fuck it.
Hey, I got a question for you guys.
What's up?
How do you eat a Lunchables? Like, do you like put it in the microwave or do you just eat it as is?
Wait.
Nobody answered, so I'm asking you
Go ahead.
guys.
Go ahead. Ask
I-
again.
Like, do you microwave the Lunchables or do you just eat it as is?
Wait, are we talking about the Lunchables pizzas or
Yeah,
the
pizzas.
The pizzas I would always microwave, but at school they would bring in the pizzas and eat them raw. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with all of you?
Also,
That's how you do it.
No, it's
yeah,
gross.
It's actually
That's how you do it.
I don't care. I microwave that
This is how
shit.
we do it.
However, Nep, you don't put the entire Lunchable in the microwave, or it will melt.
Well, it wouldn't melt; it would explode.
Yeah, it's like the first time I'm eating Lunchables.
You take the
in
pizzas
forever.
out, and then you put them on a
I
plate.
microwave the pizzas. That's me. I prefer that. I like the cheese melted.
Because
ladies.
I am hungry as all fuck right now, so I'm just eating a Lunchable.
You know that's right.
You know that's right, and then I fuck you.
And then I will fuck it. I will take your pizza and cheese it up and then I will fuck it.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you over all of the Lunchables.
That's okay. That's an acceptable answer.
That was so fucking great. All right, you guys ready? Because we're recording right now.
Yep.
Alright.
You guys ready, Nep?
Yeah.
Justin,
Are we gonna hear that microwave going in the background?
I'm thinking of just eating it raw.
do it.
Beep.
My roommate would do it.
Although I'm currently preheating the oven so I can heat up Texas toast with cheese. I'm probably gonna put pasta sauce on it. Too.
Shut up now.
All right. Justin, you ready?
Yep.
Okay. All right, guys, we are back. We got a new setup for new releases this week, or I almost said week, month. I'm so used to doing the Irrational Passions podcast.
It's a week.
It's a week.
That I'm always saying it's a week because it's just fucking.
Yeah, and you're like never on that now. Jesus.
I'm on it most of the time.
Yeah, except for like the last 3 episodes.
I've been busy.
I have a life, you fuck.
Yes.
I don't, Greg. I have no friends except for you. Sometimes Evan, but he creeps me out, so never him. You don't care. I live with you, roommate.
I don't have a name anymore.
Okay. So for new releases this week, we've decided to instead of month. God damn it!
Yeah. It's a week.
This month we've decided to, instead of reading all of them, we are going to choose at max our 3 favorite ones, and then we're going to talk about why we like them. And we'll read the price and when it comes out for the sake of that.
Yeah, this was mostly my idea. I will say I will take responsibility for this. I personally, I think doing new releases.
Send all hate mail to him.
Send all hate mail to alex@irrationalpassions.com. And personally, I think that all, doing new releases, especially a list so long where you're just kind of stagnantly reading off of a list is in my opinion, it's boring. I don't personally like doing it on Irrational Passions. I'm trying to, phase that out for reference. But yeah, it's like doing something more interesting, more discussion provoking that's what I'm all about.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. All right, go ahead, Greg.
So I'll go first. On this list, I really only have about 2 that I want to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
The first one I'll go in when is Elfen Lied. That is for $39.98. Or
I will PB off of you because that's also mine.
Yeah, or Blu-ray for $49.98. Elfen Lied I watched actually off of Tony's recommendation. Believe it or not,
that asshole.
Yeah, I know, right? But I sat down and watched it. It's about 12 episodes, Nat?
12 plus the OVA.
Plus the OVA, yeah. It's not a bad show. It's really
Wait. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt, but I believe the first time I was on this show, or it might have been when I was just talking to you, Greg, when I said OVA instead of OVA, you called me an asshole. I just want to put that out there. And I'm like, it's OVA. It's a jargon abbreviation. It's like saying LOL instead of LOL. And you just were so upset with me. And now you're all like, it's the OVA. And I'm like, well, fuck you.
Well, he has to have preference for the minion.
I am not Greg's minion. That is a fact.
Original video animation. I could even go more technical.
I don't even give a shit anymore.
Love you too.
I love you so hard, so I will fuck you.
Okay, Estefan. It's a really good show. It's got a little bit of incest in it. It's kind of creepy.
Wow.
Yeah, no.
Jumping right into it.
No, the guy wants to fuck his cousin. It's
okay.
Very.
Cousin.
Well, it's kind of the other way around. The cousin wants to fuck him.
Well, yeah, it's referenced so many times, though.
Do they ever fuck?
Oh, close.
Spoilers.
Close. There's a few times they were really close to.
Did you watch the OVA? Because there was some OVA-rees.
They kind of
so
do
bad.
in the manga.
Yeah, but yeah, Elfen Lied's about
Thank you, Justin, for laughing at that.
So bad.
But Elfen Lied's about a girl that's been kept in this laboratory. She has a special power. It's been so long since I've watched the show.
I've heard of this show.
Yeah. She has a special power. She ends up escaping, and then this guy finds her, and she kind of lost her memory from when she was like this really evil, like bitchy person. I don't really know how to explain it well.
She was not a good person.
Yeah, pretty much. But then she lost her memory, and she started living with him and his cousin.
And then him and the cousin started fucking. It was really awkward.
Well, there was some awkward moments with I forget what they called her.
Yuka.
What they called her?
Yeah,
maybe by her name.
Well, no, that wasn't her real name. They gave her a name.
Oh, you mean Lucy?
Like
Lucy, that's
like
what it
a
was.
dog.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, Lucy/New.
Yeah, and in that sense, like sometimes she would like revert back to that like evil form and run out of the house and do some crazy shit and then come back and not have any memory of what fucking happened. Like crazy shit happens in that show. I remember the ending not being all that great, but it was an okay show. So that's my first one. My second one would be off this list. I'm sorry, I haven't actually read the entire thing because Nep changed it.
Updated it, we'll say.
Or yeah, updated it. I'm gonna go with.
This is the September release list, so you guys know.
Yes. I'm gonna go with Blue Exorcist, the complete second season for $79.98, or the Blu-ray box set for $174 because Amniplex. That's reference because Amniplex charges out the asshole for everything.
As I believe we've spoken before.
Yes, they really do. They don't know how to market to the United States market at all. Blue Exorcist is a fucking fantastic show.
I've heard of Blue Exorcist. I've never watched it.
Yeah, I'm actually in the process of rewatching it. I only got one episode in, that's why I didn't mention it earlier.
Mm-hmm.
But it's about two brothers, one named Rin, the other named Yauko?
Yowie. That's what I heard.
It's Yuko, I believe.
All right. That spells Yowie.
Shut up. Shut up. I'm out.
Drake. Okay, continue.
But Rin is actually a demon. He's the spawn of Satan. He happened to then be adopted by a priest. They call
that's what they call irony.
Yeah, no, it's actually what it is called, irony. The priest is an exorcist who exercises even more irony. Yeah, it's really strange at first. Eventually, Rin ends up going to a school for exorcists.
A blue school for an exorcist?
No, that's not what happens. That was even worse.
Oh, fucking I love you, Mr. Knapp.
I'm blue, a diba dabba die.
I'm blue, da-woo-dee, da-woo, da.
Also, that one AMV for Sailor Mercury.
I love that one.
You're goddamn right you do.
And yeah, he ends up fighting demons, and then there's some crazy shit that happens near the end because I'm not going to spoil anything. And then my final show, I'll choose off.
One question about Blue Exorcist.
Yeah.
Where does the blue part come into play?
The blue flames that are around the demons, well, specifically Rin, because he's the spawn of Satan. Is
Rin blue, and is his school blue, and does he wear blue clothes?
Is his name Lucifer?
No.
Then he's not the real spawn of Satan. I'm out.
He ends up, because he's the spawn of Satan. The spawn of Satan actually is surrounded by blue flames,
as opposed to red.
It's weird, but I like it. It's a pretty good show. It's actually currently being. That's why the Blu-ray box that's coming out. It's being dubbed, so this is the dub version.
One might say it's the Blu-ray box set. Thank you, Nep, for liking that one.
So I actually want to watch those. I'm currently, like I said, rewatching it, but I'm watching it in the Japanese audio. I want to actually watch it because it's got Johnny Young Bosch and Todd Haberkorn in it. So probably two of my favorite voice actors in one show.
It's all about Laura Bailey. Whatever. Laura Bailey, I'm out, bitches. I only have one. Oh, that's true. I did say I'm out, bitches.
Yes, you did.
I only have one. If it's okay if I forego whatever your third one was going to be, because you said you only had two.
Yeah, I did say I only had two. Let me...
Pokemon the Movie 8, Lucario, and the Mystery of Mew. It's a re-release, but it's $10 and it's dubbed. So whatever, Viz Media wants your money. It's coming out at the end of September. I like this movie a lot. I watched all the Pokemon movies except for Arceus and...
Holy shit!
Except for Arceus and the most recent one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know, right, Nep? I'm the most pathetic. I stopped.
First two Pokemon movies are the best too.
No, Pokemon 2000 is fucking amazing. I'm with you, and obviously Pikachu. Enough said. My roommate just signaled it to me because I specifically mentioned Pikachu, and also Pokemon the movie.
Lugia.
Slowking.
Best part of that whole... the best reference used...
I need pants.
The best reference used is a Jon Stewart reference for Pokemon 2000.
No, it's what's his face? Ethan, what's his name? Herman Cain
Yeah.
referencing the ending song to Pokemon.
Yeah.
the movie too. Anyway, Lucario, Mystery Mew. Like I said, I've watched all the Pokemon movies except for 12 and 13. And I'm a big fan of all of them. I think they're all really cool. I watch the dubs, so I'm the worst, and I'm the scum of the internet right now. And I
have so many assumptions of me.
I know. I'm just teasing you.
Not sure if I should be offended.
You shouldn't. Maybe a little bit. I haven't been keeping up with the show a lot. We'll get into it in a little bit, but with the new show coming, I'm really excited. I want to get back into Pokemon. Lucario is really cool. I think he's one of my favorite Pokemon from more recent generations. He's one of my favorite characters in Smash Bros. Brawl. I think he's just really awesome, and he does a lot of cool shit, and his telepathic ability to speak with his mind, kind of like Mewtwo, it's really cool. Lucario I'm a big fan of it, and kind of tying Lucario back into Mew is really clever in the movie, so I'm a big fan.
Okay.
That's it from this release list.
Yeah, that's from me and Alex. No.
Okay, so I kind of piggyback off of Elfenly. Pretty much, Greg already covered it. So the other thing I wanted to bring up was Queen's Blade Rebellion. Like,
side note, my friend fucking loves Queen's Blade. Just so you know.
Fuck yeah.
He's gotten both of them, plus he's already pre-ordered the third season.
That's actually the same as me.
No, Anthony.
Oh, okay. Also former host of MUP.
Yeah.
Back in the good old days.
Yeah, actually, he was for a while, yeah.
Fuck him. This is where it's at right now.
MUP X.
Muppix.
So, Wow.
My roommate is judging us.
I'm glad he is.
I'm judging us. And I did it. What we did, for those not watching the video, is hold up your arms and cross them like a big X, and then let the judgment flow in.
That's how we roll, bitches.
Okay, so Queen's Blade. Basically, it's like been delayed before. Like, so this is like a 2-month delay. So I'm just excited that it's coming out finally. It's a shameless fan service anime, and I don't need to say anything else.
Pretty much, girls get naked real fast. By clothes being chopped off.
Yes.
First
chopped
episode.
off.
Yeah, their swords, they come down.
I mean, cut off would sound more appropriate.
Chopped,
I'm sorry.
cut.
This is semantics. I'm sorry.
There's NERPs in the first episode. I mean,
NERPs. What the fuck?
And shifting focus. The last thing I wanted to bring up was Blue Submarine number 6. Like, this is a really old anime. It's kind of like let's see, like it's an old classic, I would say. Like, it's one of the less known classics, but I definitely consider it a classic because it's well done. It's short, It's like, I think it's like 6 episodes or so. So, like, it's not a very big time sinker, but it's a good story, and it's really well done. Like, I would totally recommend it to people. Like, go look it up. Like, read a synopsis, see if you're interested, and if you do, pick it up because it's cheap.
Gotcha. All right.
Seems good.
Anything else, Net?
Nah, I'm done.
Okay. Justin!
Mr. Graphius, please entertain me with pics of the new releases listed.
Well, I only have one. If you know me, I love Digimon.
Hell yeah, bitch.
So,
Digital monsters for the win!
fuck them Pokemons. No,
I wouldn't go that far. You
I wouldn't. I was just fucking around. But my pick is Digimon Frontier Season 4.
Have you seen it? Or are you just interested?
No. When Season 4 came out, that was when I was starting to stop watching Digimon. I watched all of 3 when it was on TV, and then when 4 came on, I started to go away from getting up early to watch things on Saturday.
Because Saturday mornings, man.
Yeah, so I got to watch a few episodes, got really confused at what was going on because I jumping around all over the place, and now I'll finally be able to watch them all in order, which is great because the season always interested me because of the concept.
Yeah, it's like very different from all the others.
Yeah, they're actually merging with a Digimon to become a Digimon.
It's more like the humans have like an egg, and they just merge with that, and it just they become a Digimon that way. Like, they're basically transforming into Digimon. So there's like 0 tag-along Digimon. Like, there's only like 2 that are just there for comedy, and they're not even fighters. So yeah, it's the kids straight up are the fighters this time around.
Yeah, and that concept always interests me, and the Digimon, how they look this time around was really cool too.
You mean the pixie that's half naked?
Yeah, sure, we'll go with that one.
It's all about that wet fan service.
It's always about the wet fan service.
And when I say wet, I'm serious. Like, yowie ass wet. I'm going to bring it back down to this. All right, guys. Justin, were you done? I'm sorry.
No, that was it, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to say, that, so people understand the yowie jokes, I said I would explain it. So
breaking news, Alex is going to explain yaoi.
So, if you didn't know about yaoi, guys, let me tell you. This is but hey, yaoi having sex. Wow, my roommate just came in with a lot of food.
And a Batman hat.
For reference, to those listening to the podcast, my roommate is going to not talk and sit here.
And judge us.
He has nothing else to do with his life, so he figured he'll listen to us talk about anime because he's sad. But anyway, yaoi.
No, literally sad.
Nep and Greg are really into Yuri, which is the opposite of yaoi.
It is.
For reference. Justin, where do you fall in it? I'm curious, just quick.
I don't care.
Okay.
If it's there, it's there.
Okay.
If it's not,
But you don't actively seek it.
no.
Okay. I don't either. But I think it's fair that if we are going to have 2 people on the show that are super Yuri, I love Lesbos, loving.
Wow. That's just...
Then I'm going to fill the opposite spectrum for our female audience that doesn't exist, and be like, I love yaoi.
Hey, hold on. Like, we got 4 attractive gentlemen here. Why wouldn't they, ladies?
Gay boners and butt sex. So,
which doesn't necessarily happen.
no, it doesn't necessarily happen, but there is nothing wrong with sweet fucking man-on-man butt-loving love. So, I just want to put it out there that, I am going to introduce an equal perspective. I'll go out of my way to watch some of that wet yaoi anime, and I'll become a fan for you guys.
I was going to say, me and Alex will start watching Free, and we'll talk about it next month.
Hell yeah.
Oh
no,
my
I'm
God.
so serious. Like, I'm
Dude, I'll go with you.
I'm not
It's
going to
okay.
watch it because I have no interest in it swimming in
I was
it.
going to say,
I
I
would
wouldn't watch
kill
it by
all
myself.
of you if I was to watch it.
like my thing is, by being such like a, oh, Yuri's so good, fuck everything else. And I'm not saying that you guys are. I'm not. But I will say that, it's one side of a very polar perspective, There's another side to this. And I want to fill in the entertainment of the other side. So, yowie, 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 yowie. To
Versus our-
Yuri.
Moe.
Where's the Moe Yowie? That's what I want. That wet Moe
I
Yowie.
could bring up something, but I'm not gonna.
Oh.
Nep's just going to keep
Oh,
it a secret.
man.
There
He's got it
are
locked away.
there are titles like that. I'm just not gonna bring it up.
I'm sure there are. And I'm just gonna say, hey guys, you know what? You guys are gonna Yuri it up. I'm gonna fill in. I will take it upon myself, my responsibility, to fill in the gaps.
You could start by looking at the new release list. You kind of can find one just by the title itself.
Sweet.
Just kind of want to bring that up.
All right, I will seek it out, my friend. But yeah, I think it's fair. Honestly, I think it's fair to have a different perspective on it. So I will, try and provide some of that sweet man-on-man love.
Love you, Alex.
Hey,
That's
man.
why you're here.
Yeah, I mean, lady-on-lady love is awesome. Man-on-man love is awesome. Lady-on-man love is awesome. So why not share all the love? Sweet, sweet love.
All right.
It's time for a love connection,
Wow.
bitches. Go ahead, Greg.
All right, Nep. You have an article here.
All right. The first 2 can pretty much be bundled together because basically both Funimation and Sentai Filmworks are license rescuing lots of Bandai titles.
Yeah, When I read this, I was really fucking happy, especially hearing about the Cowboy Bebop and Outlaw Star.
Yeah.
God damn it, that made me happy seeing that. And Code Geass on top of that.
So, yeah, here's just straight up what they're bringing back, and, it's just between both of them, so, yeah, it doesn't matter who's doing it, but, yeah, Cowboy Bebop is coming back in both DVD and Blu-ray, Outlaw Star, both the Escaflowne TV show and the movie, every single My Otome show, and My Hime, Tales of the Abyss, Witch Hunter Robin, and all of Code Geass.
Tales of the Abyss, what?
Yeah, it's an anime.
Fuck.
And it's coming back.
Fuck.
I'm so glad these two are rescuing all these old titles, because I thought they would just go away and then we would be stuck in this loop forever where the only way you could get them is illegal downloads. I'm really interested in buying Outlaw Star and the 2 Code Geass seasons.
I have Outlaw Star.
I know you do. You got it from Nabashin, though. That's different.
How is that different?
And
it's not different. It's just the fact that you didn't.
Let me ask a quick question to Nep and possibly Justin, because you guys would know better than I, because obviously I'm just a big stupid idiot.
It's okay, Alex.
Has the Tales of
We love you anyway.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Getting some yaoi action over the internet.
Oh my god, get that wet pool swimming.
Just so everybody knows, this is the last episode, Alex. We'll be on.
I will be killing Alex again, so don't worry, guys.
Oh yeah, by the way, Nep killed you last episode.
Really?
Just so you know.
Yeah, I brought you back through human transmutation. You didn't know, though.
Oh, man. That's fucked up shit. I hope you had a Philosopher's Stone, man.
Yeah, I just used random mobster ZZZ to...
A through ZZ to bring you back to life.
Has the Tales of Symphonia anime been dubbed at all?
I don't think it's ever been licensed, but it does exist.
I know it exists.
It's 2 separate versions. Pretty sure it's not.
Okay. Then I'll just have to watch it sub. Yeah, I've been interested in the Tales animes recently because of Zillia, and yeah, that was all.
Yeah, so I'm really happy that these have been rescued. Alex, I don't know, Cowboy Bebop maybe on this list.
Tales of the Abyss, man, it's
Tales.
sitting right there.
So,
Justin,
I didn't know they made a Tales of the Abyss anime. I knew about Symphonia and Vesperia, but not Abyss.
Well,
Also
it's funny,
Big O.
actually, because after the last month's podcast, I looked at my anime, and I have so many Bandai DVDs already. I actually have Cowboy Bebop on DVD.
I do too. I have the
So,
special edition.
that's good. I looked it up, and that's $200, and I'm like, holy fuck.
Yeah, I've
So,
Sell.
No.
yeah, no. Yeah, so I have a lot of them already, but yeah, Tales of the Abyss would be really cool to see.
Yeah, I love Tales of the Abyss. So
But,
I
yeah,
just
there's
haven't finished it.
several of these titles are basically classics. You got Big O, you got Better Man, you got Scry. Lots of these should be watched by anime fans in general, and then some are...
Big O's dope.
I have.
We
Big
can
O.
all agree.
Not
Big O's
Machine gave
dope.
me Big O. I want to get season 2 though. Holy fuck.
Yeah, me too. Fuck yeah.
After watching season 1, you're like, why the fuck does it end here?
I own both.
Steve Bloom's big ass sexy voice.
Yeah, it's
And
just-
giant robots.
It's all that Bloom.
All that Bloom.
Bloom for president, 2016. That was a joke. I'm not that stupid, internet. I'm probably that stupid. Anyway. Neb, continue, please.
Yes.
Yeah, basically it's just a long list between both companies, basically.
Which
So,
is fantastic. It makes me happy.
Yeah, if you want the full list, go look it up. But anyway, moving on is Anime Souls is a new crowdfunding site similar to Kickstarter. It focuses on older anime where they are available to watch as a stream.
No way.
And if you're interested, you can donate towards the anime. And basically, the donation is once it meets its goal, it will get a disc release, so you can have it, basically, if you donate enough or purchase it. And the thing is, donating only goes to one season of the show, but last month after we recorded, the first set of their anime had their date end, and out of those anime, only 2 actually reached their goal, and that was Creamy Mammy and Blackjack. They're both old anime.
Blackjack, made by the guy that made Astro Boy.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Also, one of the
these
original
are old.
manga creators for all shows to come.
Ever.
Yep. I did a report on him. It was awesome.
Wow.
So yeah, it's just great that you got this Kickstarter style site for anime, I hope people would start checking out Anime Souls because it's a really good idea, and it's not doing so well. So I'm kind of hoping people would start going there and checking it out. But
yeah, no, that's awesome. Crowdfunding is obviously it's doing a lot for video games and whatnot. You know, for better or for worse. But I think anime is a much harmless thing to donate to.
But yeah. Next news is that Xseed was teasing for a while on Twitter like their next announcement, which turns out to be centered on kind of a burst for the 3DS. Like, this is the second game, which includes the entirety of the first game and the second game, and yeah, it will be available this fall for download only. Europe is getting a physical version. We're not. And something to note is that the game is receiving a T rating because it really is that tame. It's not like lots of people get the idea that like it's this really like boobs and butts thing, but it's not. Like, you know, it just it got that connotation, but it really isn't. And the T rating kind of tells you it isn't, because Xseed has publicly stated that they have not censored anything, so that really is how the game is. And also, on slightly related, first volume of the manga will be coming out November, which I have on pre-order. Just kind of want to share that.
Okay.
All right. And
I believe you. Yeah, don't worry.
All right. Anyway, next news is Seven Seas has licensed Morinaga Milk's Gakuin Police manga. Like, it's currently being serialized, and they're up to volume 2, but the first volume for America will be coming out on June 14th. And, you know, it's really great that Seven Seas is having success with Morinaga Milk titles because, you know, she's a great mangaka. She does good stuff. Also should probably be noted that this is a Yuri title, so should probably mention that, but...
Yeah, no, that's a safe bet. Mention it. Just put it out there for people that may or may not be into Yuri or Yaoi or whatever.
Yeah, she just does really good romantic Yuri titles, and this is one of them. At least I'm hoping so. I haven't read it. I will when it comes out, but yeah. And next news is that...
Well, I can interject my news story in the middle, throw it in the middle. Change it up. They're making a new Pokemon anime, guys. It's it's called Pokemon The Origin. It's coming to Japan in October 2nd. It's really, you know, it's an odd thing that, like, it's based on the original 2 games, Green and Red, for Japan. Obviously, for us, it would be Red and Blue. But it follows the 2 characters, Red and Green, and their starting Pokemon, which in the show it assumes Red chooses Charmander and Green chooses Blastoise.
Fuck you, Red.
Yeah, right? Although I would choose Charmander easily because fucking Charizard.
What? Screw that.
Charizard's my favorite Pokemon. Fuck Blastoise.
Blastoise! Use Hydro Pump! Fucking kills your Charizard! What now?
You know what, Charizard? Use fucking Seismic Toss.
You
fucking
fly, dodge his attack.
It ruins your fucking day, Nep.
You know what I just say? Charizard, use fly, jump that shit.
But it apparently it's going to follow the original games like to the T. Like the interactions with Team Rocket will be to the T, like the game, and the interactions with the gym leaders and kind of like the side story of Fire Red and Leaf Green will be truly represented. So it's really cool. It's it's the original 150. None of this fucking ice cream cone Pokemon mumbo jumbo.
Thank fucking God.
Hey, I enjoy black and white. But yeah, it's a great idea. It's really cool, and I don't know. It's coming out 10 days before the release of X and Y, and I'm sure it'll do fucking fantastic in Japan. They'll bring it over or whatever. But yeah, no Ash, no. I mean, I guess Misty will be in it, but no Ash, none of that shit. None of that Pikachu starting Pokemon bullshit. It's all just red and green and starting with...
What are you talking about? This isn't the true anime.
I'm curious if after this ends, which I don't know how long they'll drag it out, but after this ends, they'll start going through the other games too. That'd be cool.
As long as they do another whole entire Ash series and don't fucking...
I mean, that's still going, right? Does anyone know?
I don't even
believe
give a shit about those.
I think they talked about the new one starting up soon, actually.
Yeah, it's still going.
They need to go back and redo the original.
They're doing. You want them to just reboot the series?
I do. I want them to reboot it and like actually catch all of them.
Catch them all. If
He
someone,
only caught like 58 of them.
like he may be conveniently known as Ash Ketchum, but he's gonna catch them.
May I interject?
All right.
The reason why Ash never catches them all is because in the first episode ever, when the Ho-Oh flies by, Ho-Ohs grant one wish, and his wish was to be the greatest Pokemon trainer ever, and for his quest to never end. And so, if he caught them all, his quest would end.
No, I mean, like, necessarily he would he would have to master them all still.
That's why he's such a sucky trainer.
That's why he can't win any Pokemon leagues.
That's why he'll never win the Pokemon League ever. And Richie will just beat him.
Ho-Oh.
Fucking Ho-Oh.
Well, if they fucking rebooted the series, they could change the entire thing and actually do like.
What if they what if they
Not
rebooted?
have a Ho-Oh in the first episode.
What if they rebooted the series with a new character? New Ash, new Misty, new Brock?
I'd be okay with that as long as they're called Ash and Misty and Brock.
No, they would be new. They would be new characters. Then you're like,
Brock
fuck
character
it.
would still be squinty.
Yeah, but the Brock character would still have squinty eyes.
That would be okay. And then Misty is still a redhead.
Are you guys fans of Pokemon? The series, at least? Or were you?
I'm actually a fan of the series, but I haven't watched it in like years.
Yeah, Nap, Justin.
Yeah, I was up until like I think it was Ruby and all that. That's when I
I've seen
stopped.
up
and,
through Black. And,
Jeez.
Yeah.
My SP still has green in it.
Leaf green. Yeah. Nap, what about you?
I wanted to go back and actually
I
play
don't
that, but
have
I can't
cable,
find the
so I haven't seen it in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, I probably still would.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, like, they changed Ash's voice actor, which, actress, I should say.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Which I really don't like the new one. I mean, you kind of get used to it, but going back to the original, it's just way better.
The original.
Yeah, I didn't get that far.
Like, fuck all the new Pokemon.
Like, I like the new Pokemon for the most part.
I don't
enjoy
mind
the new
them from
Pokemon.
like Leaf. Like those ones are cool.
Leaf green.
Yeah.
That's the original 150. I mean,
Is it still the 150?
and they added
I feel like
the
there's
next
new
two
Pokemon.
generations.
Like maybe it is. I don't know.
I don't know. Justin, do you know?
No, yeah, I think Leaf Green is like the first 150, and then it can go to
For the next two.
Johto. I
Yeah,
think.
yeah.
I don't think it went to third place. I think that's Hoenn. I don't remember.
Hoenn's third place.
I don't remember.
Then Kanto. I forgot what the new place is called for X and Y.
No, that's because they're trying to have weird names.
Maybe I have Emerald. I don't know.
It's based off of France, though, which is cool.
Yeah, the map looks cool.
Yeah. But you can continue now. I'm missing out.
Right. Next thing is that the mangaka Ken Akamatsu has announced that he will be starting up a new manga titled Uo Holder. You can Google the story synopsis, but basically the thing is that it seems like it's going to be in the same universe as Negima because it's still having the whole magic concept, everything in place, and also because Ken Akamatsu is pretty good about slightly giving nods to the other series that he's done. So it seems that they might do more. They might do some nods of Negima here and there, and the first chapter will come out on August 28th, and he has expressed that he's thinking about retiring after the end of this manga.
Really?
So, yeah, this is hopefully good, and he ends with a bang, basically. 'Cause
Awesome.
hell, God, he knows he just has so much money by now.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool. He's
Yes,
been doing this for a while, I'm assuming.
Yeah, because, just Negima alone, there's like 19 million copies of his volumes.
Yeah, 19 million.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
That's a
So yeah,
lot.
he's rolling in the dough for sure. But anyway, right. Last thing I wanted to mention was that the manga Itsuwa de Bito will be ending on August 20th. The final chapter comes out, number 222. Kind of weird.
I don't care. It's an even number.
That's a nice number.
Nice
I'd dig it.
even numbers.
But yeah, this month Viz will be releasing volume 9 of the manga, which I have on pre-order, and Japan is already on volume 21, so we are really behind.
Jeez.
But yeah, basically this is a pretty good manga. For those who like Naruto should try this out, or got sick of Naruto should also try this out because it's kind of similar in vein. Because you got this kid named Utsuho, where his whole origin is that he's in a village of orphanages, and there's 3 adults.
This sounds really depressing already.
Yeah, and basically, his village gets attacked by bandits, and all the kids and adults get killed except for the one guy that was kind of like a father to Utsuho, except he got blinded and was on his deathbed at the very end. And so, basically, like the whole thing is Utsuho, he's kind of like early Naruto, he's just a kid that likes to screw around.
Doesn't y'all believe it?
No. And he also like tells lies a lot. Like that's his whole thing. Like he likes to lie to people. Like just to screw with people.
Don't believe it.
He's a lie. He's a troublemaker, kind of.
He's the anti-Naruto.
Kind of, sorta. But basically, at that moment when the old man was on his deathbed, he like told a lie and said that because at the time he was blind, so he couldn't see. But he says that all the kids and the adults are right there with him right before he dies, so he can die happily. And after that, like his whole goal is to just travel around and like use his lies to help people, basically. Like that's his whole thing. That's what an Itsuwarabito is. Like it's kind of like a con man liar, except he's using it for good. And that's the story.
That's weird. That is interesting though.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Is it? Wait, I'm sorry, Mr. Neb. And before I say this, I'm sorry. Is it a show?
I wish. I wish. Because it would do good, because I really hope more people pay attention to this, because it's definitely good.
It sounds like a good manga, but it's hard for me to get into manga or manga.
Manga, it all depends on
whatever
who's
you
saying
want
it.
me to say.
Technically, both are correct.
Internet's just going like, it's manga, you stupid shit.
Excuse me, sir. I believe the correct term is mangoes.
I believe, good sir, it is mongoose. Pegasus, away!
Comedy button reference. Greg, you have a news story.
So I have a news story. In Vocaloid news, the English version of Hatsune Miku will be released August the 31st, 2013! So this month, actually at the end of this month, the new Hatsune Miku will be released in English.
So after this podcast is out.
Yeah, right? Hopefully I'll have it out in the next, 2 weeks.
2 weeks would be, again, past August 31.
Whatever. Fuck you.
When I hate you, you
So this makes me very happy. It'll probably not be something buy right away. But
because it'll be like $1,000, right?
Yeah, no, it's gonna be a fuck ton of money. And however, the new demo videos that are coming out are not that good. Like, people are waiting for somebody to get a hold of it that's gonna make it sound good. I have a feeling that nobody's gonna be able to make it that great.
I mean, it's gonna be a weird thing for a while.
I know.
You'll get used to it.
It's gonna feel really weird. It's gonna feel dirty because it's not listening to
It's gonna feel dirty.
It's not gonna feel like listening to the real Miku. It's gonna
feel like I'm cheating.
Kind of. Just a little bit. I mean, that's how I'm gonna feel for a while until I hear something that's actually good.
Until she starts rubbing my belly again, I feel like we're together.
I hate you.
That's it for news, right?
That is it for news.
Let's take a quick break then.
Yep, we'll take another break and we'll be right back, guys.
Full Metal Alchemist.
Pee time.
Can I do a quick Irrational Passions spot?
Yeah, you can do one. I mean, I've been using the other one, but yeah.
I'll do a new one.
If you want to, go ahead.
I'll make it goofy, and then I have to pee.
With Yowie.
I'll put that wet dope.
Did you not get enough yaoi here? Well, let me tell you, there's a podcast for you.
There's like
I'll put that wet dope excision underground shit. I love doing that though. That's like my favorite. It works so good for this.
Just go onto those like music generator sites or those free licensed music sites and just get all of the free dubstep.
All the dubstep in the world.
I'm bringing you dubstep, esports, and yaoi.
Jesus Christ. That's way too much at one time.
Justin is the esports reference, I think. I don't know if you watched that video.
No, I don't think so.
It's really funny.
However you want to do this, man.
I'm just gonna mute them so they won't interrupt me. Right now, we can't hear you guys, so you know. I see Justin talking. We can't hear you. Hey guys, it's Alex from Irrational Passions podcast. If you like this show and you like me, which I don't know why you wouldn't, then you should check out Irrational Passions podcast. That's over at irrationalpassions.com, probably where you found this. So that is a podcast about video games, which are pretty cool. and video game news, which is pretty dope, and where we interview and have on special guests like Greg Miller, Dan Amrich, and Dennis Dyack. And those episodes are pretty dope, if I do say so myself. So if you have some time, you like video games, and you like podcasts, then you should check it out. That's irrationalpassions.com. It was easy as that.
Yep. Thank you very much, Alex.
Now we can hear you guys. Now I'm going to... I don't want to know what you said, Justin.
Oh, I was just going like this.
Excuse me. I'm becoming engrossed in my...
Comment.
Seriously, I want to go to Kinko's and blow up so many of the ads and the posters, like this Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles ad.
It's
Right?
gonna look so bad though, blown up. That's the thing. Because it's on this paper, and the fact that it's like miscolored slightly, it's gonna look really, really fugly.
But it's the bomb.
I know, but I'm just telling you right now, it's not gonna look that great.
A Kinko's
What are you reading?
Of an original print. From
He's leading
1989.
Huntress.
The 4-part. Or, yeah.
No, I'm reading the 19 issue 1989 series.
Oh, nice.
I can get that anywhere near the camera.
I was gonna say the reflection of the light kind of makes it hard, but that's okay.
But yeah. I mean,
Reading the 1984
what you could do
piece of shit
is, like-
yaoi comic.
holy shit.
I like yaoi.
literally
Well, you could
asshole
probably-
piece of shit.
It's like an asshole that he keeps eating out like it's a piece of candy.
What you could do maybe is if you find somebody that can do Photoshop work and lighten it up and like increase the
If
coloring
you
of
have
that.
a really high resolution scanner, you
I
can
know,
make
but
it
like
look
that.
good.
The problem with that is that it's still gonna look really fugly blown up like that.
Not if the original resolution picture that you take is good enough.
Well, he'll get it straight from them.
Is that Ninja Turtles 2?
No,
it's
it's Ninja Turtles 1.
We watched that.
What'd you think of it, by the way?
Loved it.
It's great.
You'll
right?
love the second one.
It's second one's not as good, but it's really good.
But apparently everyone likes the second one more, even though
So because it's got
Not as
Shredder,
good. It's, no, the first one has Shredder.
it's got more Shredder.
The second one's really dumb. Third one's awful, but it's worth watching.
I've heard the third. I've never. My grandmother had the first two, so
See, like the only Power Rangers episode I ever
I like
watched.
the Toxic Avenger guys.
Fuck you.
Citizen Toxie, the Toxic Avenger 4 was the bomb.
The only Power Rangers episode I ever watched was Power Rangers Cross Ninja Turtles. And
really,
then-
that's a thing.
yeah. And
What?
Of course, they bring in the fifth female Ninja Turtle,
Yeah.
and it just ruins all. You know what I'm talking about, Justin?
I remember that.
Ruins everything. She's a terrible character, and she ruins everything.
From what I've heard, the Pink Ranger was in softcore porn.
What? Yeah.
Like, the Red Ranger, okay. Whatever.
Okay, so somebody
Forget the
Google
Red
this
Ranger.
now.
Red Ranger's not actually
The
porn.
Pink...
Look like his.
Also, by the way, Johnny Young Bosch plays the, I think, Blue Ranger in the first original. So yeah,
With
does he
the,
look
but
like?
apparently the Pink Ranger was in softcore porn. Like, in, like...
what's her name?
Just all no
No. I'd be interested to say.
nipple.
I was gonna say Johnny Young Bosch played the Black Ranger
Oh,
in the
was he the
second
Black Ranger?
season. Yeah, he played it in the second season after Zach left.
The Red Ranger in porn, not a real thing. It's fake. That picture of like the meme thing, it's not. It's a look.
Tyrannosaurus Rex!
All right, you guys ready to get started?
Hold up.
No, Pink Ranger.
I'm not looking that up. I'm looking up Johnny Young Bosch.
Does he have long hair?
At one point he did, but he looks different now.
Yep.
Yep.
That would be a Power Ranger.
This is what he looks like, more like this now.
He's kind of Asian.
Yeah.
Only kinda.
Yeah,
He looks.
He's Asian.
I follow him on.
He has Nolan North just for some reason.
Yeah.
They're voice actors, so
Yeah.
a lot of crossover. Fucking love Nolan North. God, I love Nolan North.
Okay, what did I miss?
Ninja Turtle.
Oh, we
Yaoi.
talked about the we talked about the Ninja Turtles Power Rangers crossover.
The fact that that exists, I have to watch now.
They did a crossover?
Yeah, but they brought in the fucking not real fifth Ninja Turtle.
Oh yeah, that was Lost in Space.
Yeah, fucking terrible.
I have to watch it now, though. You mentioned it.
I mean, watch it fine.
It's on the internet.
I watched it. It's just it's not good. The fifth Ninja, like different actors for the Ninja Turtles than from the movies.
Well, of course, it's a TV show.
And the fifth Ninja Turtle, like, she ruins everything. She's horrible.
What's her name?
I don't even know. Let me look it up.
Vagina.
The one that the rest of them gangbang. That's her name.
Just like the Pink Ranger.
I
Hey,
typed in fifth female, and the first thing that came up was Ninja Turtle. Venus.
What?
Venus de Milo.
So
Or Mei Pai Chi.
So the original Ninja Turtles are
Her
named
bandana
after...
is aqua-colored and is braided in the back to resemble a ponytail. She appeared in the television series Ninja Turtles: The Next Mutation on Fox Kids.
I'd also like to note that they're named after planets, however...
All of the other ones are named after famous artists.
Which makes no fucking sense.
I would have named her J.K. Rowling. That's just like,
Except she didn't
Fuck
exist
you.
at that time.
I mean, she did. She was just a fetus.
Yeah.
No, Venus is a female artist, but not a like Michelangelo or Raphael. She's
supposed to be named after Venus Williams.
she is the only turtle named after a work of art and not an artist. There you go.
Oh.
That's why I got confused. Venus was one of the 5 turtles that were exposed to mutagen in the sewers. That is not canon.
It is not.
When Splinter gathered up all the turtles, he accidentally left Venus behind, somehow making her way to Chinatown. She was discovered by a shinobi magician called Chung. I-Chung. Excuse me.
Oh, no.
Chung?
He's like the iPhone, but he's more Chung. He's Chung like a big long schlong.
It's the iChung 5. iChung 5S.
I-Chung took the turtle with him to China, where he raised her as a daughter and named her Mei Pai Chi. He also trained the turtle in the art of shinobi. Apparently, I-Chung would, on occasion, travel to the realm of dreams, where he would encounter Splinter. Both of them swapped stories of their turtles, but chose to keep this a secret from the turtles themselves.
I
until the
chung at
time-
myself sometimes.
until the time was right. I-Chung also had in his possession a glass mirror, within which he trapped humanoid dragons.
Why the fuck are we still reading
This is
this?
Ninja Turtles. This is like some fucked up
It was
turtle.
I-Chung's purpose to make sure that the dragons could never escape the mirror. It's like fucking Jackie Chan Adventure.
That's what I was thinking.
What the fuck is this shit? This is
The dragons eventually crossed over into the realm of dreams, attacking I-Chung and kidnapping Splinter's spirit. On his deathbed, I-Chung revealed to the female turtle her true origin and told her that her place was in New York. It's like, by the way, I'm not your real father. Get the fuck out.
Also, I don't have money for a plane ticket, so you have to figure it out.
Wow.
Wow, we just lost. God.
But good thing you're a turtle, so you can swim to New York.
Yeah, that's Venus's origin story. Gross.
Alright, can we actually go to something good now?
Yep,
Called Yowie?
Yeah, we.
You're gonna just ruin everything.
Okay, I'll preface this. No, actually, I'll do it during the show. It's better for the audience to hear it too.
You guys ready?
I got a couple questions.
Go for it.
Okay, episode 24 or 25?
We're on episode
25.
We're gonna do 25.
Yeah, because
That's
that
the
was an actual stopping point.
That's the episode
'Cause-
that I'm thinking of, right?
Yeah, that's the end of season 1, technically. So,
Okay, so that is the episode I'm thinking of.
is that fine, Nep?
I don't know, it just kind of feels bad to end on a downer.
I mean, it's a downer, but that is actually
That's technically where
That's
the
actually
show
the
stops.
end.
yeah, like that's they cut it there.
I said 24 because it ends on a little better note. That
Yeah, that was kind of the thing.
yeah, but it
Right.
ends on a. It's not a complete of the story, so.
yeah, I understand that.
I
Like,
mean, yeah, it's a downer, but it's what happened. It's how it ended.
I know. Plus,
It's a-
that's probably one of
it's a-
my favorite parts of the series, anyways.
You can't go change in the future like that.
And it's a good place to stop too.
It is.
Just
Just the way they end that episode, though. Holy shit!
God.
All the tears.
I remember just getting foggy eyed when I originally watched it. Oh, it killed me. What else? What other questions? Nope.
Okay, about the new method of how to do things. Basically, how do I phrase this?
Okay. I don't like it. All right. Well, Nep, that wasn't that hard. Now was it?
This,
Oh my god. Okay.
Go ahead.
go ahead, Neb.
I was just wondering, for shows that I pick, can I do it differently? Because I
No.
had something else in mind.
No. Nep, the last time we did it with you...
Wait!
With,
Oh, God.
All right. What's your redeeming quality?
Okay, look. The thing is, yeah, I know how long it went, but I also have thought of ways how to fix it. So
Okay.
I want to do it my way for a show I do.
Okay. What's your way? If you can briefly explain it. If not, then we'll discuss it at a different time.
Basically, summarize the plot and then discuss from there. Like, as long as the important thing is just covered first, then the minor things can just can either not be covered at all or just be discussed in depth if we have extra time. Just maneuver and adjust based on how much time. As long as the important stuff gets out,
Are you
then
okay,
we can
Justin?
fool around, basically.
Dude, I swear there's like a fucking ghost in my house. I was here while Nep was talking. I thought I heard music, and that's what freaked me the fuck out. Cause
It's Scott's theme song.
It's God's theme song. Exactly. I don't. Greg, it's up to you.
Like, Nep, I don't understand because the plot summary is said like right at the beginning of the thing we do each week.
What we can do, I'll say before we get into it, we can test this out. Who knows, Nep? You might like it. You might think it actually is pretty all-encompassing, and we can just go from it there. Let's try again. Ever evolving. Let's try something, and then we'll see. We'll assess it afterwards.
Well, that really wasn't what I was concerned with. Like, can I do it my way for when I get something?
I mean, I understand that. It's just like what I want personally as a co-host on the show is that, we have like one way to do it, and it works for everything. It works across all boards, and it just works. It makes sense.
Then can I be an exception?
I don't know. I don't want to say yes. I don't want to say no. It's like let's try it both ways and see what happens. How's that sound? This is my opinion. You guys can chip in, chime in, fart in, anytime.
well, sorry, I barely heard anything because of the fucking ghost, whatever's here. So I kind of didn't hear
God
anything.
damn
he
it,
said.
Justin! This is why Nep hates you. I hate
It's
you.
a show, all right.
Nep is just flipping, or not Nep, Justin's just flipping the fuck out. He's like looking everywhere. Where the fuck is this ghost? I'm gonna beat the shit out of
No,
it.
it's always to my right. I'm like against a wall to my left here.
It's like a ghost with a thumb up his ass. It just doesn't even know what's happening.
It's so great.
Damn it, Alex! It's all your yaoi talk got the ghost excited.
Oh, yowie. Well, let's try this, Nep. Maybe you'll prefer this way.
Well,
we don't know that yet.
That's the thing. Like, I've looked at it, and it's like about half of this stuff I'm not even going to answer because I don't even look for this stuff.
Well,
I don't care.
Well, that's just closed-minded then.
Yeah, that doesn't help the show move forward. This is like what I'm talking about last week, where you guys didn't do much at all.
I mean, like the point of this is stuff that you think of when you watch a television show, just in general. It's just like it's your favorite and least favorite parts about the show. When you look at something generally.
When we get to this part, we're critically analyzing the show, Nep. You got to understand this. You're not just watching a show to watch the show. This time, you're watching the show to critically analyze what has happened in the show. And
Well, I mean, it's not super like we're
Well, not super
we're not
analyst,
looking at
but
it like with a magnifying glass, but it's like we're trying to come away from it with a deeper experience.
yeah, to explain it to the viewer or the listener.
And to give our opinions on it, and like the best way to give your opinion on it isn't to just kind of go freeform.
Or just passive with the.
I wouldn't say that's not the best way. I mean, it depends on the person, which I understand. That's probably what you're saying, Nep. But it's just like it's a format that you can follow.
And without this format, then I'm going to keep referencing last week's episode where we kind of I said stuff and then we had dead air for a good.
That's because we didn't agree with you.
It's not just that, but you guys cannot agree with him and still have something to say.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like,
You
you
cannot-
guys weren't explaining why you didn't like it. I was giving references and you guys just gave me nothing. I had
It's like you guys cannot, or I can. Let's say I fucking hated Madoka Magica. I was all like Puellanella, and
that's your new porn name right now.
Puellanella. It's Nella Sprinkles.
Polonella Sprinkles.
Puellanella Sprinkles. Let's say I fucking hated it. I'd be like, I didn't like that character because of this, that, and that.
Yeah.
Fucking
That-
Puellanella.
mommy getting her fucking face chopped on Puellanella. I mean, it's just like that's why I'm trying to create this now, so that when you're looking at the show, when you're watching the show, you have like a format to look through, and you're like, all right, this would answer that question, that would answer this question. It's I wouldn't say it's a critical analysis of the show, but it is an analysis from your opinionated perspective, right? That's the goal, is to analyze a show and give our thoughts on the nuances and the little bits about it for the listener. Wet, you know what I say?
This is way too lab coat for my taste. Like, I'd rather be just dudes having fun, chilling out, talking, rather than this questionnaire format.
That's what it is.
This is a questionnaire.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. It's like these are topics that you take and then you talk about freely. Like, yeah, my favorite episode was the one where they fucking killed the guy. Oh yeah, I love that because it made me feel this, blah blah blah, and then it just goes from there.
And that works as freeform and casual as well. It both works.
Yeah, but like what I'm saying is categorizing this as a questionnaire is closed-minded, and it's looking at it on its face value. On its face value, yeah, it's a list of questions that you can give one word answers to. Yes, but that's not the point. The point is to be like, hey, yeah, my favorite episode was this, and this is why. And then someone's like, well, I didn't really agree with you on that, blah blah blah. And it goes from there. This is just the
They're discussion topics.
They're the starting point to
how
a deeper
can that
discussion.
not also happen with the other formats?
Because there's no guidelines. With the other format, you're just kind of going at it, and you're going to miss things. You are going to miss things because there's no point to it. You have no end. You have no beginning.
Yeah, we'll also end up going in random directions and going back and forth between things.
You'll be jumping around, which will make it confusing for the listener.
Yeah.
I mean, that's my point. It's just like I wanted points to start, and where they end, who knows? But at least we'll have a point to start back at.
There's got to be a beginning to and an end to this section.
Yeah.
We can't just freeform the entire thing and say, "Oh, this episode was good, but also this episode was good, but that's like 5 episodes ahead," and then we jump back to this episode, and then
and Nep, I'm with you on the idea of yes, freeform makes it sound more like a discussion than like a list and reading off a list and blah blah blah. And like that can still happen. It's just like, you know, that's why like on Irrational Passions, to use another podcast as an example, like we have the news topics and that's the list, and then if they go somewhere, we have another topic to bring us back on track and get us back on the rails, and that's why, you know, we have the first topic, favorite episodes, top with, you know, the maximum being 3, and then we'll go down that road for as long as we do, and then we can jump back on topic with favorite moments. It's something to pull us back, and then we'll just go on our tangents and our discussions as long as we want. So, as fucking Justin's attacked by spiritual ghosts. He's looking around like he is freaked out.
it's so good though.
Justin, are you okay?
Yeah. It's just fucking weird.
It's just, Nep, I don't want you looking at this at its face value of, yes, this is a list of questions, and yes, you can have one-word answers, blah, blah, blah. I want you to look at it like, okay, we start with, I talk about my favorite character, which is fucking obviously Alexander Louis Armstrong, and then we go from there. It's like, oh, yeah, well, there was this moment with Armstrong where he fucking punched the shit out of some shit, and it was dope as shit, son. And then you're like, well, that was dumb, and then we go from there. You know, it's just, I want what I wanted, because Greg was like, it was way less organized than I wanted it to be. I'm like, all right, then I'll try and think of something organized. And the example would be when we did Oran High School Host Club.
Yes, that was
I did exactly this. I asked you questions, and then you answered, and it turned into a really smooth discussion.
Yeah, that flows with the anime. Like, you know, it's not really plot-based, it's episode-based, so skipping work for it, like, you know, but, you know, not everything's that free-form. It could so easily hand-pick an episode and go with it. Not everything works like that.
Exactly. All right, and that's why this is a process, and it's a process of elimination, and we start here and we refine the process. But there is a way to look at all animes under the same idea of, how do I want to talk about this? You know, how do I make this a good discussion? How do I make this not confusing for the listener? and it's just like if we're jumping around and don't have any focal point and don't have any central discussion point,
we're going to lose listeners.
Then the listeners are going to get confused, and they'll be entertained, but we're going to lose sight of the anime that we're supposed to be talking about. That's my point.
Well, I'll jump in. I know the first episode, you guys afterwards said that the episode, going by each episode, was long and tedious and all that stuff. It made the podcast longer.
Mm-hmm.
But that format worked so well, because you would talk about the first episode, introducing the characters, what happened in it, and then you would go down the line of episodes, which would get to the characters. You would say what your favorite episode is on that episode, and all that stuff. If we just have a round robin, we might say, oh, we missed an episode because we didn't talk about that episode because we didn't go in order, because we might have skipped it. Mm-hmm. So I thought that order by episode was fine. I mean, we're already going long anyways. Might as well just go to the distance and just do it long anyways.
You guys don't understand, Justin. Like, I have to go back and edit this.
But like, it's gonna be. To be fair, it's gonna be easier to edit now because we have the two tracks. So that's kind of like a moot point at this point.
Yeah. And like the first time we did that, I had to literally go into Audacity, split up tracks,
and now you won't have to do that.
Yeah.
Again, remember, like what we're recording right now, this behind-the-scenes stuff, that's all going to get cut anyway. So it's not like that's going to cut into your edit time.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, like as an example, that's just like that was such a pain to do.
And I like the idea of the episode by episode, like going down the line, but there are episodes that are worth talking about and episodes that aren't.
Which is why they can be skipped really fast. Just summarize the episode.
Talk about what a little bit happened and be like,
oh, are irrelevant.
Yeah, but it's like that. It feels like it's dragging. Like to the host, that feels like it's dragging. It might not feel like that to the listener.
No, yeah, I understand that, but I mean, you don't have to say anything. You would just have to maybe say like, oh, this little bit happened in it. It might take like maybe 30 seconds to talk about what happened in the episode, and maybe say somebody like, oh yeah, we didn't really like the episode. It really didn't do anything for the story, and then move on to the next episode. It wouldn't take that long to talk about that.
All right, well, we could talk about this all night. Let's try this format first. We'll talk about more of it later.
Here's an example.
Okay.
And
God damn it!
Let him give the example.
Okay.
What do you have in mind?
Yeah, just look at how the episodes are done. Like, it literally is. Some of these are just one sentence. They don't have to be elaborated at all, and then you can just move on.
Mm-hmm. But like, this is my opinion. This is why I went into this format, and I know again, Greg, we're going along with this, but it's important that we have this discussion. Focusing on these questions are when I wrote them, it was to focus on what we as the host want to talk about. Again, we don't have to talk about the whole fucking show. We don't have to go through every fucking episode. That's not the point. Everybody who watched the anime and wants to listen to this discussion watched all the episodes and knows what happens, okay? It's not the point to talk about every episode and to mention every episode. The point is to talk about what we loved and what our favorite points were. What were our favorite episodes? What were our favorite moments? And keeping it at like a minimum of 3, yes, we're going to miss something, but we cannot cover the entire thing. That's not the point. The point is to talk about what we liked and what we didn't like and why we liked them and why we didn't like them. That's what I had in mind for this. And it's like, we could talk about the whole 25 episodes. Yes, we could do that. We could go through every moment, but it's going to go longer, and the fact that we're just going to completely skip over half of those episodes means that we didn't do it right. That means we are wasting our time even bringing up episodes that we're not even going to spend time discussing. We should spend that time aiming at episodes that we really liked and that we really wanted to talk about, and that, like, I have like 5 episodes in mind that after I watched it, they were definitely like my top 5 episodes. And they were the ones that I wanted to bring up to you guys and see what you thought about them. And that's why I wanted to talk about it. I didn't want to go through the whole show again, because everybody that watched it did that already, and everybody went through the whole thing again. It's just like, we don't have... The point is, we talk about our favorites as opposed to everything. We don't have to be all-encompassing.
No, yeah, I was going to say it. I what I was trying to say was I did like the first episode format. It worked well. It's just it did go a little bit long, but that was because it was the first episode.
Mm-hmm.
You're trying to gain ground on how you want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
But I do like what you have there. It does make sense. Everything you say, I agree with. But I was just saying the first episode format did work well. It's just got to refine it. But
Yeah, both worked and both need refining is basically where you're at.
yeah,
You're playing the middleman, you goddamn piece
dude,
of
I'm always
shit.
the neutral guy with everything.
And like the title is, the Assassin anime in hopefully 90 minutes or less. I'm trying to keep it at like a cap of a discussion. Like I don't want it to go on forever. That's the point. I mean, it's just like let's do this in under an hour and a half or an hour and a half or less because if we're going longer at that point we're probably rambling. There are 4 of us. That gives each of us over 25 minutes to just talk about what we liked individually if we do it that way. And yeah, I mean, do you understand at least what I'm going for, Nep? Slissai.
You're really not gonna let me get through with this.
Well, here's the thing. I want us to try this, and then next month we can try the other format. Since we're doing the same anime, it'll work perfectly that way. We can see what we like best, right, as a team, and we can listen back to both episodes, and we'll be like, well, I think as far as discussion went, that went well, that went better, that went less well, and then, yeah, we'll just go from there.
Well, I was thinking...
Go ahead. I'm not going to jump down your throat, man. You can talk to me if you have problems with what I think.
Can I try to refine it on episodes that I pick, like anime I pick? Can I just work with it? Can I try and use the other format?
Like the episode by episode format?
Yeah. Can I try and refine it?
I mean, yeah, of course you can. Like we'll try that.
If there's a good way to refine it, do it, Nap. I'm all for refining something to make it easier on everybody.
But I still think that we should, for next month, we should try the other format as well.
Yeah, no, like I'm not against you. I'm just
this is not Greg, my thoughts. I'm trying to make something that's easy for us to remember, easy for us to think about while we're watching the show, and easy for people to listen to while they're listening at home.
Which I also agree with.
So, yes, but yeah, Nap, of course you can fucking try and refine the episode by episode process. That's fine. We're not gonna fucking tell you no and tell you get out. Get out, Nep! You don't like yaoi.
Okay.
Yeah. But come at this with an open mind. That's all I ask you to do. And I will come at your format with an open mind as well. And I'll come at yaoi just full dicks out.
Wait, do you want this here or do you want me to delete it?
You can leave that there.
Okay.
We can use that as a reference point if we want to kind of add a little flavor in there in the middle. But yeah, does that sound fair to everyone? We'll do this. We'll try this. Then we'll try the other way for the rest of Full Metal. And with Nep's shows, we'll also try the other way as well.
I'm fine with that.
Greg?
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Nep?
Sorry, I was reading what he wrote.
Okay.
Did you write this, Nep, by the way?
Oh, yeah, these are my regular notes.
Okay. I was actually halfway through this. I was like, man, I should probably take notes on this. But
yeah.
I watched it recently enough that I'll be fine.
Yeah, I'll be fine too.
I always make notes for anything relevant to the future episodes or not.
Mm-hmm. I usually just pull up an episode list.
Just what I do.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I just write it as I watch.
Yeah, you're probably smarter for that. Like, I considered it for this one, but by the time I realized it, I was halfway into the show. I'm like, at this point, no. Hold on a second. Ba-da-ba. All right, Greg, I guess whenever you're ready.
Okay.
You bitch. Sorry, I had to get that one out.
It's all right.
No, it's not.
All right, guys, we are back. This month, we have our Full Metal Alchemist discussion, my favorite anime. Unfortunately, we couldn't do it like a 7 because they just...
Because fuck you.
More or less because it's a Bandai anime and it was harder to find.
Yeah.
And
this one, conveniently available for $7.99 a month on Netflix.
Yeah, no. And you can buy the entire series and everything.
How much is the series?
I have no clue because I own everything already.
Nep, you would probably.
30 per season.
30 per season, so
it's
there's
two seasons?
two seasons.
So $60.
So $60.
And the movie is like less than $10.
Jeez.
Really? That's surprising.
Yeah,
I never watched the movie.
I
so.
think I paid like $8 for it.
I got it as a Christmas gift because I fucking love that anime.
Before we go into it, because I wasn't here last month, what did we what did you guys discuss as the stopping points? And did you say we're going to watch the movie as well?
We said that we were going to watch the first 25 of this.
Okay.
And then next month we'll watch the next 25. Or yeah. Actually, I think there's 55.
There's 51 episodes.
51 episodes total.
So the next 26.
26. And if you guys end up watching the movie, that's great too. That's just more content for.
Yeah, but we don't have to watch the movie.
No, you don't have to watch
it's
the movie.
not.
Okay, that's what I wanted to ask because I wasn't here last month.
Yeah.
And then we'll discuss on what the next actual anime we'll watch is after next month's show.
It will be the next person to choose their favorite anime, and we'll decide.
Because I already have what I'm gonna suggest picked out. It's not my favorite, but it's one of my favorites.
So Persona 3, the animation.
Yeah, no, fuck it. that movie. But yeah, introduce it, Greg. This is
Full Metal Alchemist. This is in my top 5 animes of all time. It's number 3 in my top 5.
Second and third to what?
First, Araka 7. Second, Death Note, and then third.
I thought you liked FMA more than Death Note.
It might be the other way around. Yeah, no, it's the other way around. You're right. You're right.
You can't even remember.
Well, it's 5, and then I have like another hand.
All that yaoi on that list.
I'll tell you what my top 5 is: Araka 7, Full Metal, Death Note, Gurren Lagann, and then Evangelion.
Okay. I'm surprised Evangelion isn't higher on the list.
It's Gurren Lagann kind of is above Evangelion a little bit because that show is batshit crazy.
Okay. All right, go ahead and introduce the anime.
Okay, so for Full Metal Alchemist, the plot summary. After losing their mother, Alphonse and Edward Elric attempt to bring them back using a forbidden science of human alchemy. However, alchemy...
don't do that shit, girl.
Wow.
Excuse me, what?
However, alchemy operates...
Do you want me to read this because I'm better at reading?
Yeah, the fact that there's... Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you're here for.
I know, that's all I'm here for. However, alchemy operates on the theory of equivalent trade. Also known as equivalent exchange, which they constantly reference in the show. Never let it go.
I don't care. That's the best type of exchange.
And breaking the human alchemy taboo carries a heavy price. Ed loses his leg, and Al loses his body. Ed is able to seal Al's soul inside a huge suit of armor at the cost of his arm, which that fucking sucks, bro.
No. Wait.
No, that's what they say.
Is it his arm or is his leg first?
His legs first. His arm
legs
second.
first. Okay.
Okay. I watched it too. We all did.
I know we all did. But
we can all fact check each other.
I just wanted to make sure that it was
he
the right limbs.
He gives up his right arm to get Al's soul attached to the body.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You're right.
Years later, Ed, now with 2 mechanical limbs, that's his left leg and his right arm,
Automail.
Ladies, and Al, still trapped in the armor, leave their childhood home. Ed, who has a natural talent and skill for alchemy, becomes a nationally certified alchemist and is known to everyone as the Full Metal Alchemist. Their true objective is to search for any information on the fabled Philosopher's Stone, hoping it will allow them to regain their old bodies, as they've given up on returning their mother to the world. All of their hopes rest with this mystical stone.
There's a reason for that.
Yeah, it's because they fucking fucked up, which may not even exist at all. However, the brothers soon learn that they are not the only ones after the powerful stone. So there you go.
As I'd like to note, this show was released in 2003.
Yeah.
On Adult Swim, it originally aired, and then later went
in the United
DVD.
States.
In the United States, and then later was on DVD. The series took, oh shit, what? There was a whole year where it didn't air because of the space, so it took maybe 3 years to air total.
No, it killed me the entire time.
Oh my god.
Did you watch this before, Nep?
Yeah, I watched it all on Adult Swim.
Yeah, okay, cool.
So it took 3 years to probably air total on Adult Swim.
Justin, did you watch it on Adult Swim as well?
Episodes here and there. Usually when I was watching Adult Swim, I
officially watched it when I got it
things.
all on DVD.
Justin was talking.
I
Greg.
know.
Jesus Christ.
I'm gonna talk over you. It's my podcast.
I'm talking over you. I'm talking over you. I'm talking over you.
All right, so Greg, Nep, and I all watched originally on Adult Swim.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
And Justice here and there. Justice.
Justice Graphius.
Justice. Not everything. Cool. Continue, Greg. Unless that was it.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. First of all, I'd like to say to Nabashin 186 and Aces High
291.
Fuck you!
Joe Fate and Nabashin, hosts of Irrational Passions podcast.
They gave me so much shit in the last month about me liking specifically just the original Full Metal Alchemist
Okay, here
over Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
I'm gonna preface this. Here we go, guys. Everybody ready for my Brotherhood preface? This is going into this. All right, this is Greg's pick. Greg chose Full Metal Original over Full Metal Brotherhood. Greg, yes, you're kind of dumb for never even trying to watch Brotherhood. You've never tried it. You've never even given it a chance. You've never given it the time of day. You might like it. You'll probably love it when you watch it just because it's more Full Metal Alchemist, and you're stupid because of that. Oh, wait. I'm not done. I'm not done.
God.
That's out of the way. That being said, I think Full Metal Alchemist Original is also very good. I have not finished watching Brotherhood, but I plan on. And there you go. Both Full Metal Alchemists, as far as I'm concerned, are pretty good. And you can't go wrong with either. I don't know which one is better because I haven't finished Brotherhood. But Greg, you're dumb. Also, people are dumb for making fun of Greg. He's allowed to like what he likes. So fuck you both. There you go.
I kind of
middleman Alex. God damn it.
Go ahead, Nep.
I kind of think since you brought it up, we should probably say our stances on both shows since
Yeah,
they're
definitely.
both Full Metal, and that would actually help people give an idea of where our stance is from everything and where we're coming from.
Okay.
So, like, from both Brotherhood and the original, like
Okay.
from everyone.
Nep, I'm guessing you watch both.
Nope.
Really? Just the original?
I own all of the original and Brotherhood. I have not started Brotherhood because I'm a lazy fuck. But I totally will because it's in my collection, so I totally will watch it eventually.
Yeah. It's in my Netflix queue. I really want to get into it, but I just haven't had time, as you all know. Justin, what about you?
Yeah, same here. Want to watch Brotherhood. Probably gonna watch it after I'm done next month, finishing off the original.
Want to watch it together? We could bounce it off between each other.
I was thinking about watching it after I finished FMA Original, so I can watch it with you guys.
Yeah, we'll have a party and
Okay.
force Greg to watch it.
We'll have a party where Greg's not invited. Or I'll just make it a 2-month anime so Greg has to watch it. I fucking hate you guys.
You guys have no idea why I don't like Brotherhood.
All right, go for it. Then tell us. We'll preface this.
So here's what happened, all right? So I've watched all of the original Full Metal Alchemist plus the movie, and I watched the special features on the movie.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, here's how it went down.
Here's how shit's about to go
The
down.
director of the original series pretty much said, hey, we're done. This is over. We finished this. So then, just a few years later, all of a sudden, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood comes along, and I'm just like, what the fuck is this shit? You can't reboot this motherfucking series. Hell no! And I basically said, fuck that shit. You just pretty much took Full Metal Alchemist and put Brotherhood next to it.
Well, I mean, let's be real here. They're two separate things. They live in two universes. They are two different stories that, start the same and about the halfway point diverge into two different directions.
And you also said that I've never watched an episode, which is untrue. I did watch one episode of Full Metal Alchemist.
I said you haven't
Brotherhood.
watched it. I didn't say you haven't watched an episode.
And as soon as I saw that Pride was a little kid, I was like, fuck this shit. Pride ain't no little kid.
I don't remember who Pride is.
If I say it now, then it would technically be
Yeah,
spoiler,
that's
but-
not even covered in this episode, so not.
Okay. So we'll try and focus on the...
Also, Alphon's voice was all crackly and shit, and he was like 30 years older because the kid that played him grew up, and it sounds horrible.
They got the
And
same
Edward
kid?
sounds horrible. Yeah, it's the same kid.
Oh God,
fine.
that was a mistake.
Yeah, and it's fucking Edward sounds like 1,000 years older. It's all like,
no, he doesn't. He sounds fine. Internet, he
oh
sounds
my
fine.
god, it's so dumb. It's so fucking dumb. Also, there was one episode where like this Asian guy and this girl came in like out of nowhere from a different world, like not a different world, but like from like an Asian country that's not even referenced in the show at all in the original one.
Because it's based on the manga.
Which doesn't make sense though. It doesn't make sense.
Makes perfect sense, Greg. We need to let
That Koji beef.
Has anybody read the manga?
Brotherhood.
No, I have not.
No.
Have you, Greg?
What?
Read the manga?
No.
Okay, so yeah, I read like 2 volumes of the manga. I never finished it.
We
So,
need to let this Brotherhood topic go. Greg is getting way too upset about it. So
Okay,
There's
so,
a reason why I don't like it.
no, there's a bad reason, Greg, and let it go.
So Brotherhood talk is banned from now on.
Thank you.
Brotherhood talk is banned unless it's me, Justin, and Nep, who have hopefully by the time we talk about it, finished watching it, are talking about it.
All right.
Seem good? Seem fair?
Yes.
Okay, so
Now that's out of the way.
now that's out of the way. Everybody's dumb. That's the internet. I've designed an attempt to organize the discussion of the anime. It's called the Alex O'Neill Foolproof Guide to Assessing the Anime in hopefully 90 minutes or less.
All right.
Working title.
Yes.
So I'm gonna work off point to point.
But however, before you get into that, let's go over characters because we kind of skipped that.
Yeah, I mean that's gonna be in the.
Okay. I wasn't sure.
We'll
what
do
I-
that afterwards. Don't worry.
Okay.
I'm just introducing it like this is a work in progress. We're obviously every month we're trying to differentiate how we discuss the anime of the month. We're gonna try a more refined version of the episode by episode next month for the rest of Full Metal Alchemist. And we all want to try different things, so we will continue to try and refine this process and make it better over time. So
Yes.
just to let you guys know, we're gonna try something where I'm gonna go through a list of topics that I've prepared, and then we'll discuss them for this month for this first half of Full Metal Alchemist. So tell me about the characters, I guess.
All right. So the characters we have in Full Metal Alchemist are Edward Elric, Alphonse Elric.
Well, we can discuss them too, or just mention Edward is the main character. He's the quote Full Metal Alchemist.
Well, they kind of go hand in hand together since they're the brothers and all.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
Edward and Alphonse. Edward
Yep.
lost his limbs and shit.
And he has automail arms and legs.
Al lost his body.
And Al lost his body, so he's in a suit of armor.
Yeah, sucks, bro.
Sucks, bro.
Sucks, bro.
YOLO, bro.
YOLO.
That's what they said when they did the transmutation.
Hashtag
YOLO.
He's like cuts off his arm. YOLO. You ought to look out. Yeah. Okay, continue. We haven't met the next character. Though.
Okay, so
He's referenced.
He's
is
referenced.
referenced.
Hohenheim Elric, the father.
the father who
Yeah.
Edward hates.
Yeah, we don't know too much except that he's the father.
Yeah, he left them.
Yeah,
He's-
as you said, Ed hates him.
Yeah.
He was an alchemist as well,
Yes.
apparently. So there you go.
Hohenheim
And then
Light.
their mother, which I forgot to put. Shit.
Oh, jeez.
Trisha Elric.
Trisha.
Elric.
Yo, she
Oh,
dead.
Dead.
She real dead.
Oh gosh,
Dead.
I forgot.
In quotations.
In quotations. She died, and then they tried to bring her back, and then that didn't go well.
No, that didn't go well.
She got sick. She died of natural causes,
Supposedly.
supposedly.
That's actually not referenced very well at all in the show. That's,
Go ahead, Nep. What do you-
I was just gonna say, but you're treading into content that isn't covered yet in the 25 episodes.
Yeah.
that's true, but I mean, it's still
Yeah,
referenced.
stop.
Nah.
Like,
Winry, Rockbell, and her grandmother.
Yes.
The Rockbells, who are automail artisans. That's what they...
Smiths.
Smithies.
you have no idea how long it took me to find her last name.
Really?
Really?
They only say it like twice.
Yeah, it took a while.
What's his face?
Mustang?
Not Mustang. The guy with the black and gray hair.
Black and gray hair.
The Philosopher's Stone scientist.
Oh, Marco.
Marco. He says, "Is she a rock bell?" Like that's the only time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nep knows what I'm talking about. He's like, "No, I killed the rock bells." And it's like, "Well, fuck, dude. That's fucked up."
Dick.
Damn, son. Rose, who's the worst character ever.
Wow! Wow!
I'm
Wow,
sorry.
dude.
I'm sorry. I'm starting off strong, guys. I had a few drinks tonight. I don't like Rose.
Really?
I'll preface that.
Wow!
So she's like the. We'll get to it.
Out of-
You were astonished, really?
Yes.
Out of all the characters I wouldn't like, you didn't think it'd be Rose?
No.
Okay,
She's such an important character in the show.
I know, and it's been a while since I watched it. I don't know how she's important later on. So
Yeah, and then we have Roy Mustang,
um,
who goes in
the
many...
Flame Alchemist.
Yes.
Roy is he's kind of like Edward's. If we're talking like CIA terms, because I've been watching a lot of Burn Notice, he's like he's like Edward's handler. Kind of. He gives him his missions and whatnot.
A little bit.
It's a handler.
It's like someone who sends you on your missions.
Nep knows different terminology than we do. Ask what a
Yeah,
handler is.
you need to speak Japanese to me.
Tsundere.
Konnichiwa. Arigato.
He's basically the person that he's Ed's contact. If he needs a mission, contacts Mustang. Mustang sends him somewhere.
And Mustang also just gives a mission just cuz.
Yeah, just cause he's Mustang.
Just Cause 2.
Just cause 2. Colonel Hughes, fucking most depressing character.
Actually, it's Lieutenant Colonel.
Lieutenant Colonel, Brigadier General Hughes. Excuse me.
Oh, they're so. We're jumping all over the place right now.
I mean, they've listened or hopefully watched through episode 25. They know he's dead now, which fucking sucks and whatever.
Spoilers.
Whatever. Colonel Hughes, who's kind of like a little bit of comic relief, but also kind of really awesome.
Yeah, no.
He's in part of intelligence gathering, so it's his job to know what's going on and what the secrets are. Alexander Louis Armstrong, the greatest character. The strong arm alchemist, who's just kind of like a side character, but I really love him. And the other...
the rest of the military. Whoever wrote that made me laugh.
It was Neb. Neb wrote this. The rest of the military characters...
Well, yeah, they're supporting characters, so...
I know, but like, there's so many like random dead guys A through B in this show as well. That's in the later episodes, though. But so
who you got Hawkeye, Havoc, Armstrong. Except Armstrong is way more important. You've got your variety of different like character types and whatever.
Yeah. Hawkeye, Havoc, Maria Ross.
I can't
goes
even
on
remember
and
all of
on.
them. Yeah, there are tons of them. They're all really cool though.
well,
Yeah.
there's not tons of them. There's like 5 of them.
I have to give the show credit. They got a lot of characters, like a lot of just generic black hair characters, and they made them all look different. Like,
Yeah.
You can't really mistake one for the other.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Agreed.
they did a good job doing that, differentiating them and all.
Yeah, and that helps with a lot of facial expressions and hairstyles that they give each side character that normally is kind of just undermined in most animes. They made each character unique, which is cool.
Yeah.
And then there are the sins, which lust, gluttony,
Envy.
and greed, which we saw a hint of, and sloth as well.
Out of all the sins, I'm curious, who's your favorite right now? I'm just curious.
Sloth. Sloth is awesome.
I like
because
Envy.
she's easily the smartest, which is really cool.
Do you like her for other reasons?
No.
Sloth isn't technically in the first 25.
Yes, she is.
Yes, she is.
The spoilers?
No,
No, they don't even give her name.
Yes,
Yeah, they
Lust
do.
directly
No,
references Sloth.
No, they
as
don't
Sloth.
directly have the person there and say her name to
Yes, they
reveal
do.
that's who it is. No, they don't. No,
Yes,
they don't.
do. Yes, they
No,
do.
they don't.
Yes,
I
they
I watched this 2 days ago.
It's in the last like 3 episodes of like.
It's
the first
brief.
25.
It's brief, yes,
It's
but they do.
yeah.
When they're going after Hughes, it's the only time they reference it.
Yeah,
And when
like
they're
I
going
said, the
when
last
they're
3
going after
episodes.
Hughes and Lust cuts Sloth or cut. Wow, I'm when Lust cuts Hughes in episode 25. Like Sloth knocks somebody out, and Lust says passively like, "You're doing a good job, Sloth," or something along those lines, and then walks away. And that's
Yeah.
it.
It's referenced very quickly.
It's directly referenced, and they also reference when they're walking down to Lab 5 a few episodes before that. The Gluttony and Lust dressed in military clothing, which is fucking hilarious, by the way. They nod their heads to Sloth, and they say something like, or she says, "Good work, soldiers."
Yeah.
And they nod their heads. So you can go check it right now, Neff. I will stop recording. We'll take a pause. You can go watch it right now, and you will know I'm right.
No, they give hints at it, but they don't just flat out say to everyone in the audience, "This is this."
Yeah, you know what, Nep? If you want to be wrong, that's totally fine. I'm okay with that.
Whatever.
You watch episode 25 after we're done doing this. Rewatch it. You will see, and you'll be like, "All right, whatever, guys. Fuck you, pieces of shit." But I definitely know. I watched it yesterday, so it's very fresh in my memories, in my memoirs. But that's it for characters. You guys want to start with my lists?
Yeah, sure.
Favorite episodes. Start there.
All right. I'll go first. My first favorite episode is probably it's actually the two-parter with Fletcher and Russell.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
With the fake Elric brothers.
Yeah, that one's probably my favorite. I even have a wall scroll of them holding like the red stone and.
Is this anybody else's favorites?
It was entertaining.
Yeah, it was entertaining.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed that episode. I wouldn't say it's my favorite.
I just like it for the fact that the chemistry between the two opposites worked really well in that episode, and it's just it's a really interesting story, and the fact that these two characters were built around the fact that they're using their names and everything. And,
Yeah, it was nice that Fletcher and Alphonse were very similar.
Yeah, no, that's another thing that I really liked. It was almost like looking at Alphonse younger, except...
Yeah, like looking at Alphonse through Human Eyes again,
Yeah.
which we just never kind of see him that way because he doesn't look human. And also Ed and what's the older brother's name?
Russell.
Ed and Russell are very similar.
One of my favorite parts
they
about that
never
episode,
admit
and the last of the second one, is when he's reading the letter on the train, when he realizes that he's younger than him, and he just screams out, "He's younger than me!"
Yeah. That's a great moment.
Also, how they kind of like saved the whole town from the red water at the very end, and they use that.
Save the little girl.
They saved the little girl, but they
Little
also
girl.
the way that they do it, like using that forestry alchemy,
Yeah.
was really neat.
Yeah, that was
that's the
awesome.
first time where you see a different type of alchemy in the show. And it was really interesting how they did that. Like all the trees sucked up.
Yeah, like Fletcher using like the tree roots and everything as like weapons and attack and a lot of defensive stuff. It was cool.
And I like that.
We can jump around with this. Nep, what was one of your favorite episodes? I'm curious.
Okay, mine are only two, and they're both.
Do you mind if
a
I clump those
two-parter.
two as one episode? By the way,
It's 2 episodes. It's a 2-part.
Okay.
You're gonna have to live with it.
I'll
He
write
can,
it.
he can take my third one then, because I only got two.
Okay, cool. Go for it.
All right. So yeah, it's episodes 7 and 8.
Okay.
7 and 8.
Yeah, these are the emotional episodes.
Yeah.
'cause-
So
Okay,
upsetting.
I'll be real. Who cried the first time they saw?
Oh yeah,
they
okay,
saw,
these two.
I still cry.
Nina died.
Yeah, the
Fucking kills me so much.
Yeah, it's bad.
Okay.
yeah those
So-
those two episodes are pretty fucked.
Yeah, go ahead, Ned.
So yeah, episode 7 and 8 is the storyline about Nina and her father, who is also an alchemist. He basically was getting more pressure to produce results about a talking chimera,
Well,
and in the end, he ends up using his own daughter as material for
And Alexander,
talking.
let's not forget the dog.
the big ass dog.
Yeah, and it's really emotional. That's like episode 7.
Like
And just you have her just right there, and she's just an innocent little girl, and she's
I'll say the moment where like the chimera Nina is like leaning toward Edward, and she's
God.
like, why do I hurt everywhere? And I'm like,
Yeah.
oh God, no! This is horrible.
yeah, she
It was so upsetting.
Like, when I first saw that, I was just fucking bawling. I was crying like a motherfucker, I will admit.
But the fact that like the first episode when they're studying and Edward immediately says, "I want to see that talking chimera," and Tucker's taken back by that all of a sudden. Like you knew something was fucked up.
He did something fucked.
And the fact that later on you realize that like his wife actually didn't leave, and then you're just like,
I
fuck.
hate that like everyone is telling the wrong story too. Like what's it? Hughes is like, oh yeah, his wife died, and then he's like, oh, my wife couldn't stand that we were too poor, and then Nina's all like, mommy left because she hated that he was an alchemist. And I'm like, oh God, something really fucked happened, didn't it? You're all telling different things, and something really fucked happened, didn't it?
and the fact that Edward figures it all out at the very end, and he just barges in. He's like,
And you know how fucking pissed he is. Too.
oh no,
Like,
he is so.
Oh, yeah.
so upset he is.
And then the following episode where he fucking has to clean all that shit up is so fucking disturbing. Like that is the most fucked up thing you could do after that happens.
Yeah, no.
you just have the part where where
Neb can't handle this. Neb, if you want to take a moment, that's okay.
I can go on.
Okay.
You have the episode at the very end of... No, not the very end of 7. You have just right there Nina in chimera form, and she just... Even though her father did that to her, she's trying, even in this chimera form, to stop Ed and just...
From beating him to death.
Tugs his coat, and it just...
Yeah, man. Oh, dude. I'm with
It
you.
hurts so much.
I'm sorry, Neb. Jeez, yeah. It's that episode still to this day, I've seen it like 12 times because back in the day when Adult Swim would repeat the first season over and over again for 3 years.
And it only takes like 3 weeks before they get to that episode.
And you're like, oh, God, why is they showing this again? So I've seen it like 7 times, and to this day, it fucking kills me over and over again.
Yeah, and to just end it with her flat out dying in, like, not even in a pleasant way. She just gets exploded.
Just Scar kills
Just
like
in the horrible way.
The thing is, like, as the viewer that it was quick and painless for her, but just seeing how graphic it was,
it's not the way to go.
And then right after that, Ed just like constantly clapping his hands to try to bring her back.
Yeah.
It's
just like trying to reassemble.
It's just this little innocent girl that did nothing wrong but love her father. Like, that's all she ever did. And it's just, oh my God.
It's like the little things of like kind of building up to it, because it's so out of the blue, because you're looking at the wife and that whole story, and you're like, I mean, something fucked happened clearly, but you didn't think he went that far because obviously human alchemy is so taboo and everything, and then you're kind of like getting attached to Nina over time, really subtly. Like they that's probably the best subtlety that they used in the show, and the way that they just sorry, Ethan's opening a plastic bag. The way that they just kind of like fucking cut you so quick and fast with that. Like as soon as you see the Chimera, you know exactly what happened, and it's just like, oh my God, what the fuck.
But
so yeah,
that's
a good pick though.
That is a pretty good pick.
Episode 8 is basically the aftermath of that, and
where he's
that actually really helped me, because on that day I actually had lost internet and I just was really depressed, and that episode was basically Al trying to cheer up his brother, which helped me out in turn, because it felt like it was kind of helping me cheer up as well. So I really connect with 8 because it helped me through having that, through losing internet, which obviously I have it back, but and then the second half is bury the chopper, but that's not the point.
They did it well. It was just like leading into bury the chopper, which was another like kind of dark, fucked up story.
Wait, didn't that happen before that?
No, episode 8.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, it did.
I'm looking at the summary.
Yeah,
right
like
now.
holy shit, that bury the chopper episode though. Like you had no clue what the fuck was gonna happen at that one.
I knew.
Yeah.
Well, I did too.
I mean, we all know he was a man. Like, come on, guys, get what he said.
Well,
yeah.
It's just that whole thing that's set up.
Yeah. Is it your 2, Nep? Both of those? Justin, how about you?
Well, Nep took the one with Chimera and all that stuff, yeah.
None of the Chimeras cry?
Yeah. But then another one that sticks with me is Full Metal versus Flame.
Oh, yes. Such a good one.
Just seeing the creativity of, like, Ed and facing against somebody he barely knows anything about and what he can do.
Yeah.
Just so action-packed, and the little things that Mustang does to Ed to get him to come out, like Ed's hiding in the crowd, and Mustang's like say something about him being short, and all you see is Ed pop up yelling at him. And he's like, "Oh, there you are," and starts firing back at him.
That's a great episode, especially Hughes, when Hughes is about to introduce
Oh my God.
But before that, let me show you a picture of my daughter who just turned 6 this year.
Yeah,
giant
for no
picture.
reason whatsoever, he just brings out this giant billboard-sized picture of his daughter, and it crushes.
So much money on that,
and
you know it.
And it crushes him in the end because it just falls down on his face.
It was so great.
But again,
all of that is like this fucking ninja. The writer's ninja in your mind of getting you so attached to Hughes because he was just so. He loved his daughter so much. He was so human, and he was so attached to what he had to live for. And then fucking just kill him. Just fuck kill him. Which we'll get to later, I'm sure. But yeah, no, the Flame versus Full Metal is so good.
And that whole thing about Al wanting to keep the cat, and then Edward having that same like
Oh,
kind
yeah.
of reference that his mother said, "No, you can't keep the cat."
Yeah, that's
Like,
what,
That was great.
he knows he's being kind of a dick to Al, but he's like,
he also knows it's necessary.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, because he knows that they can't take care of it on their fucking dangerous ass journeys of fucking the rapist priest or whatever. Just killing
Wait,
people
Al,
and
think
shit.
about the cat. I'm the only one who is.
Also, a side note, also when Havoc brings in the dog, and then fucking
The dog subplot
Oh my
is one of
God.
my fucking
Oh
favorite
my
subplots.
God.
when Hawkeye just like wants to take care of it, the dog starts peeing on the wall. She just
Shoots
starts
around.
shooting around. She's like, "You're not going to be doing that anymore, Black Coyote."
And then the whole
Oh.
scene that Roy gives about the dogs and how he loves dogs.
loyalty.
Loyal
Yes,
dogs, the most loyal animal.
Yeah,
I will
matter
train
what you
you
do.
to be a warrior.
And they never ask for a salary.
a little side note, like Mustang's outbursts are pretty fucking
Mustang
great.
is great.
Oh yeah, they're
Like,
funny, especially
I haven't
with
made an
Hughes.
appearance in 3 episodes.
That one was great. Like the fact that they reference, he's talking to Hughes. He's like, I haven't made why the fuck have I made a reference in 3 episodes? Click.
Yeah, all the fourth wall stuff that they do in Full Metal is really good.
But another one that's great. He's like, when I become Fuhrer, I will make all the women wear tiny miniskirts. And then the one goes,
Roy, I'll follow you anywhere.
And Hawkeye's just like, yeah, sure, you'll make Fuhrer. One of my favorites was is let me find the exact title, The Alchemy Exam.
oh, that's a good one.
Oh yeah,
That's
really
probably my
good.
all-time favorite. And my favorite scene is not like the first scene. It's the interview.
Yeah.
Because the three-legged chair is it's like a test in other things. Like it's a test of intelligence and dexterity across the board in like a lot of things that I've watched and seen. And Edward's just kind of like his resolution with his question or with his answer to them is really, we up to that point, you're getting little snippets into Ed's brain, and that's kind of the point where it defines him as, I'm doing this for me and my brother. This is for us. This is all I've got left. This is my family, and I would do anything for them.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's well done.
Mm-hmm.
Back to you, I guess, Greg.
Back to me. Are we still doing this roundtable, or has everybody gone?
Nep's done both of his, but yeah, we can just keep circling around.
You can take my one. Basically.
Yeah, I'll have 4 instead.
God,
I know.
I was worried about this going long because of Nep. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm gonna skip straight to episode 25, and that's gonna be
This is one of mine too.
Yeah.
So this will cut out one of mine.
yeah, like episode 25. Holy shit!
Yeah, dude.
The first time you see that, like,
Because you get so attached to Hughes.
no, he's a great character.
He is great.
He's
like
great.
he is the balance between comic relief and seriousness.
and honestly, you kind of lose that in the second half of the series.
There is a very noticeable
Because I've already watched
void.
it just to note. That
Yeah,
I've
I mean,
watched
like,
all the
he
series
can-
already.
He can literally go from a phone conversation about his daughter and then go to business like at the drop of
Oh
a
no,
hat.
he's
He's like, oh, we're not being tapped? Well, let's get down to business.
Yeah,
and his
exactly.
face changed. His little curl spike comes up from the top of his head, and you're all like, yeah, shit's about to get real.
just like other things that he does. Like when you first meet him on the train, for instance.
Yeah.
That episode. I mean, you realize that like he's crazy, but he's also serious.
Yeah, he's crazy, but he's crazy smart on top
Yeah.
of that.
And he just works throughout the entire show, like every time you see him or talk to him.
And it's just like Hughes is, he's part really lovable because he's so crazy and goofy and fun. But he's also really lovable because of how fucking smart he is. He's the one, he gets things before the viewer gets them. Which, by the way, when you get to episode 25 and he figures all that shit out, and not like if you're just a first time viewer and you realize
or he realizes that, and you have no clue what he's about to do.
Yeah.
Because when he figures out that what's her face, what's Sloth's character?
Douglas.
When he figures out the Douglas bit, and if you are like on top of your game as well, you figure out at the exact same time as him, and you're both having that moment of like, oh, fuck.
And you already know about the homunculi, so you're just like,
so
what the fuck is this going to turn into?
And you've seen that obviously the Secretary Douglas is not a good person because she knows, lust and gluttony and all that. And obviously she's probably bad, but you don't know that she's a homunculus yet. So when it's that reveal, or actually you do because she fucking kills the person with her water hands.
Yeah.
But it's just like that realization, and then him going through it, and then the moment where he's in the phone booth and he figures out that what's her face isn't who she says she is.
Ross. Envy.
Gracias.
What?
The person that shoots. And Envy is Gracias.
Envy is Ross.
Ross? Is that the girl?
Yeah.
Is that? I'm looking at Wikipedia.
She turns into Lieutenant Ross and then follows Hughes.
Ross before you see. Oh.
And then
she goes. Yeah, she goes in the form of his wife.
Yeah. Gracia.
Yeah, the one form that would make him hesitate just long enough to get shot. Like anything else would have been just another knife.
When that happened, though, I was just like, "Oh fuck!"
Yeah, anything else would have just had their would have had their throat slit. Like if it was anything else.
Because he's a boss.
Also, I love how Hughes only uses knives. He doesn't use
a gun.
He uses
kunai.
I know he just
kunai
he just slides out of nowhere and he's just like, "Fuck you."
Like he doesn't use a gun is really dope. And then you go to Hughes's funeral.
Holy shit! If you did not cry at that part, you are a monster.
The moment where Mustang cries and you see him, because he's held it together.
I've seen pictures on the internet where if you did not cry at this scene, then you are a horrible person.
Like you see him hold it together through the whole funeral ceremony, and then it's just that last shot of him looking into the sky with the tear running down his face. And it's just like, oh god, fucking kills me.
Why are they burying Daddy?
And the fucking his daughter
my
crying.
God.
Oh my god!
It's the most real moment just ever. Because
honestly, that's the most real moment in anime ever. For real life, that is just the most ridiculous thing.
The thing about that is they actually, if you listen to the commentary track of that episode, they actually say that the ADR director kept making the little kid do it over and over until they finally got the right emotion for it. And by the time you see the final product, it's so real by then.
Yeah, when she started saying that stuff, that's when I started to cry a bit, because that's when I was like, God. Wow, she doesn't even know.
It just makes me really depressed.
Because
I don't cry because
she's
I've seen it.
4 years old, and if you think about it in context, you're like, no 4-year-old understands this.
I know, but it's still fucking emotional as hell.
And that's why I like really engrossing stories, because they have the viewer also gripping with the same concepts as the characters, gripping with the concept of understanding death and understanding loss and understanding growth, and that Hughes is his absence is really real. And it's also the subtlety of that last scene where it's Ed on the train and he sees Hughes waving. And he's like, did I see something? And it's like, oh no, it must have been nothing.
That whole part though, was really refreshing at the very end, but saddening. Yeah. Because they had no clue, and they don't know
forever. And when they find out, it's the worst thing. I know that's ahead.
I know. It's very much ahead, but that whole thing is just, oh my god.
But it's also, it makes it easier for the viewer, because when you're living in Ed and Al's head, and you don't have to think about that, it's kind of refreshing. But yeah, that
episode
gets me every time. I tweeted because I'm because Nep's it ends on kind of a depressing point. As soon as he said that, in the email thread before we started the show, I'm like, oh fuck, that's when Hughes dies, isn't it? Oh fuck. Oh, you're right, Nep. It is depressing. And I tweeted out, I'm like, this is the most depressing end to anything ever.
Yeah, it is. It's so.
It is a great kind of
But it personifies the reason why this show is fantastic.
Yeah, it's this kind of characters that you find yourself way more attached to than you thought you would.
Yeah, it just handles everything really well, because not many shows can do comedy and drama and action all at the same time, and yet this show changes it on a dime.
Yeah.
Like,
And
you know,
it jumps
cha-
between the
Yeah, like throughout one episode, you know, you could have it change like 15 different times.
Yeah, you'll have like Ed fighting, and then someone makes a short joke, and he's screaming like a little kid, and then you'll go back to fighting, and then you'll go back to him like making an epiphany and realizing something about himself. It's you're right.
Yeah.
It's not many shows can kind of jump back and forth between those concepts well.
Yeah.
Do you want me to do my last one?
Well, Justin, what about you? Another one for you.
I mean, pretty much took them all. I mean,
there's so many though, Justin.
Yeah.
There's great episodes.
I forget which one it is, but it's the one with the female thief.
The
yeah.
Lupin,
The Phantom
the Lupin
Thief.
episode.
Yeah, the Lupin the Third. I was just
Yeah.
Yeah, it was such a big nod to Lupin.
yeah,
It was so
That-
funny.
That's a great episode too.
That is-
Because
that is a
every
funny
time, when they first
Siren.
meet her,
Siren.
they're like, all right, we'll help. And then Thief steals it, and then they see her again.
And Al's
Oh.
just like, oh, you're working for this place, and you're actually going to be able to save it this
I
time,
know,
right?
like that whole episode though, like you're so pissed at Al for believing these
my
bullshit
God.
lies.
And Ed is clearly pissed too. He's like, Al, I don't even know what to fucking talk to you about anymore.
like just shut up, please. Al, shut up.
Yeah, it's like by the last time, Ed's like, really, you're gonna do it again? And he's like, all right, I think it's really serious this time. I think she's actually gonna be nice. And it's like, Jesus Christ, Al.
It's like, Al, was she nice the last 3 fucking times when all of those things got destroyed and she just ran off with a whole bunch of fucking money? Jesus. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a fun one.
I like the little recap episode a little later where Mustang's like, I hear sirens real 10 under the mask.
Yeah, that was so great. Oh, man, because Mustang.
and then Ed just blushes a little bit, and I was like, yeah, I know you liked her.
He knows what's that, you know what I say. Yowie.
I'm not gonna let it die.
Always comes back to Yowie.
Yeah. Yeah, Greg, back to you, I guess.
And I think my last favorite episode is the stuff with Lab 5. If I can join those.
God damn it, you picked 2 of mine! You piece of shit!
I'm pretty good at this.
I think
How about you just tag team it?
Sure.
I mean, like, those 2 episodes of Lab 5 are fucking great. The fact that, like...
So Soul of the Guardian and the Red Glow, right?
Yeah. And the fact that, like Scar's chasing them, and then he busts in, and then they're gone, they escape.
And Scar's like, I gotta fuck some shit up, because my arm can do some magic.
My arm can do alchemy, I don't know. And, like, they first go in, and Ed has to fight the samurai guy, the two brothers.
Yeah.
And, like,
There's a nice little twist that there's another one.
Yeah, the
in
fact
there.
that there's 2 of them.
I like that.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
he's
yeah.
like, he finally pulls off his head, and he's like, "All right, you can't do shit."
He's
And
like,
then
oh, but I can!
but the fact that there's like a
Yeah.
real chance of him dying in that episode, and you're like, "They're not gonna do it. They're not gonna do it. You can't do it."
When I first watched it, I thought they were gonna kill Al, but then the fucking other guy just ended up being a complete joke.
Yeah, that whole
Yeah.
entire time where Al's just like hitting him back, he's like, "Stop it!"
Yeah, it turns out to be buried a chopper, which at this point
Yeah.
is already dead and became a suit of armor just like Al.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that lie that he tells him.
Yeah, with just planting that seed of doubt in his head by saying,
Really
like, you're
fucked
not
him up.
real. You're not real.
Yeah.
And I think they kind of dragged that out a little bit.
A little bit. But it worked for what they were trying to do.
And
Like
it was...
well, it's not so much they dragged it out; it's just they didn't really address it until the episode that they addressed it.
Yeah.
It's just kind of lingering there without really anything to do with the other episodes in between.
Yeah, and it was just like Al probably would have said something by now. And it was just like it was frustrating, at least for me as a viewer, because it was just like that fight was so not interesting because it was so one-sided to Al's favor. And then inside, Ed's he's got work to do.
Yeah.
But
I like when he's getting pushed into the vent, and then he finally runs into like a fucking 1,000 traps, and then the boulder from
God.
motherfucking Indiana Jones just
Oh,
comes
God.
down, and he fucking like rolls to the right,
It's just like-
and then they do that like tap, and then it's just an arrow pointing to the side,
and it's just
Yeah.
like Ed kind of sarcastically saying to himself, like, well, maybe it is good that I'm small, man.
and then he's like, "What the fuck am I talking about?" And then he just claps his hand and turns everything to one solid thing.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck these traps.
Yeah.
But that nod to Indiana Jones was fucking fantastic.
It was just ridiculous.
Hilarious.
dumb everything was in that.
Yeah.
And then fucking what's his face shows up again in Chimera form, and you're like, this is gross.
Yeah,
This
no,
is
when
so
Tucker
gross.
shows him fucking face, like, you just want Al to beat the shit out of him at this point. You're just like, ugh. Tucker, why do you still exist?
And then, and it's nice that you finally get to meet the homunculi, because
yeah.
we had learned that they were homunculi from Scar earlier.
And then you see Greed
But
for the first time, too.
Yeah, but we didn't understand what they were in this world up until then.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was good to see them.
But, like, the whole way that they almost trick Ed to make a Philosopher's Stone out of people.
Yeah,
Like,
that was
Oh yeah.
like, holy shit.
that was dark, man.
That was gonna get scary.
This show is dark.
Like,
Very dark.
also, how Envy was using Brosgron as a way to get prisoners out of their cell. And,
Oh,
like,
so
just-
good.
Did anyone actually? We'll get to it when we get to characters. I was gonna say that anyone liked the Brigadier General, but we'll get to it.
I think the unanimous answer is fucking no.
Yeah.
What was your question?
Did anyone like the Brigadier General? But
Brosgron.
we'll get there. We'll get there when we get to characters.
Yeah, but like the fact that like Edward's just a fucking genius for doing that 7-point array and setting everything
6-point array,
6-point array,
hexagon array.
Yeah, and he sets everything up, and he's
And he's like, I've never seen a hexagon array before. He's like, neither have I. Hope this works. Lol.
I just made this shit up on the spot because I'm a motherfucking genius alchemist.
He's like, I have a theory. Maybe it'll work. And
then everything explodes, and then he's just like, "Oh fuck these people!"
then we meet what's the alchemist name? The bomb alchemist.
Kimley.
Kimley. What's his alchemy name?
His alchemy name is the
Does anybody remember? Let's see that.
is
No, I don't
Crimson
remember.
Alchemist.
The Crimson Alchemist.
Yes, Kimley.
Kimley sets off an explosion. Yeah, cool. Yeah. So does that wrap up favorite episodes?
Yeah, for me.
Justin, did we touch on all of
Yep.
yours as well?
Yep.
All right, cool. A lot of good episodes, a lot of good moments. I think we covered all the best ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did want to say, because fucking Greg took all mine.
Sorry.
I do like that the show doesn't start with the beginning, and Brotherhood does the same thing.
Oh yeah, like where they're at Lior and then they jump back.
Yeah,